Into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning Expresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Friday edition of your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And when I say we feel good, I mean we're feeling really good. I've got a great smile, but I know somebody with an even better smile. Mr. Lucian, please come join us just to say good morning to the people. Mwah. Good morning to all of y'all. We're feeling extra special this morning because, of course, Bafana's got a point on the board. And we'll be discussing all things to do with the Soccer World Cup in just a little bit and just celebrating the fact that the weekend is finally here. But now, though, with a few minutes after 6 o'clock, let's get straight into your national news headlines to update you on what's going down in Mzansi. We get started here with the Electoral Commission that says it is ready for the first voter registration weekend ahead of the local government elections happening on the 4th of November. Our Chief Electoral Officer, Sai Mamabolo, has urged eligible citizens to register and also encouraged existing voters to ensure their personal and address details are correct on the voters' roll. Now, the roll now contains more than 28 million voters. More than 23,700 registration stations will operate nationwide between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. tomorrow, as well as on Sunday. Now, election materials have already been distributed to all provinces. In other national news, Mpumalanga police have arrested a 38-year-old private tour guide following the death of a 69-year-old Canadian tourist near the Pabeni Gate outside the Kruger National Park. Now, the woman was shot at a picnic and braai area operated by a concession. Police say the guide allegedly discharged his firearm accidentally while responding to a guest question about the weapon. The tourist was struck in the torso and declared dead at the scene. Now, the guide faces charges of culpable homicide and also negligent handling of a firearm. Internationally speaking now, the fast-spreading cholera outbreak in Nigeria's conflict-affected Borno state has claimed at least 90 lives and infected more than 12,000 people, and that's according to the United Nations. Now, the death toll has risen from 74 since the outbreak began in early May, while thousands of new infections have since been recorded in the state alone. Humanitarian agencies are scaling up treatment, surveillance and access to clean water to support containment efforts. Now, a $4 million funding injection has strengthened the response, although additional resources are still urgently needed. Well, internationally speaking, more than 200 Ukrainian drones struck targets in and around Moscow Wednesday night, injuring 17 people and disrupting air travel across the Russian capital. Authorities temporarily closed all 4 Moscow airports, with more than 500 flights delayed or even cancelled. Russia's defense ministry said nearly 1,000 drones and 4 cruise missiles were intercepted across the country within 24 hours. An oil depot was also hit in the Rostov region, where 1 person has died. Now, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the attack was a response to a recent Russian strike on Kiev. Closing up with this story, where thousands will roll out their yoga mats at the Randburg Cricket Club tomorrow, as the Consulate General of India out in Johannesburg hosts one of Africa's biggest international Day of Yoga celebrations. Now, this year's event, themed Yoga for Wellness, Wisdom and World Peace, will bring together families, students, wellness enthusiasts and community groups from across the province. Guided by experienced instructors, participants will enjoy simple stretches, breathing exercises, and relaxation techniques in a welcoming outdoor setting. And more than a fitness session, the celebration aims to promote calm, connection, and community spirit. For a few hours, one of Mzansi's busiest cities will pause, will breathe deeply, and come together in the shared pursuit of balance, well-being, and friendship. And we definitely know Johannesburg needs a little bit more of that, so together we can take a breath in and a breath out. That's where we leave your 6 o'clock news. We needed that, though, because we're getting into some sporting highlights now with Gray.
Yes, there was heavy breathing indeed. Let's start with the FIFA World Cup watch and South Africa scoring their first goal of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, battling back from a goal down to draw 1 apiece with Czechia. Tebogo Mokoena making the delivery. He scored an 83rd minute penalty, slotted it beautifully to level the score, and that was after Czechia went ahead in the 6th minute just to give us the grey hairs. Then elsewhere in our World Cup action yesterday, Canada looked good, beating Qatar 6-0 to win their first ever World Cup match, in fact. And then Switzerland, they look pretty strong as well, making light work of Bosnia-Herzegovina, winning 4-1 there. Now we can get excited about rugby as well. The Springboks kick off their 2026 rugby season tomorrow with a clash against the Barbars, the famed Barbarians, at Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. So the Springboks will be looking for a repeat of the last time they were in action when they demolished Wales by 73 unanswered points. That was back in November of last year. And the way these players have been performing this season in the URC building up to this gives a pretty clear indication of their kind of form. That game kicks off in Gqeberha, 3 o'clock tomorrow. Come on, boys. Now we can get back into the cricketing lane as the West Indies made it 2 wins in 2 games at the Women's T20 World Cup. That was with a 7-run victory over Scotland yesterday, and a very disciplined Scotland as well. After losing the toss and being put into bat first, West Indies posted a solid 153 for 6. In reply, Scotland fell short, so being bowled out for 146. So after getting their first win earlier this week, the Proteas women, they returned to the field this coming Sunday to take on our old foes, let's say India, in probably their stiffest challenge so far. Now we can get into our golfing action as the US Open kicks off, and Wyndham Clark sits atop the US Open leaderboard with a 4-shot lead. That was after a shortened opening round in New York. Clark firing a 6-under par 64 through 16 holes before fading light brought play to a halt. And more than 50 players were unable to complete their opening rounds, with play set to resume a little bit later today as that chasing pack looks to close the gap on the American. Oh man, there's a lot of sport to watch up north, but we'll keep our eyes tracking firmly down south. And likewise, the foot of a big weekend, we need to be tracking the weather. Let's see if it's playing along this Friday. Weather, you'll start your day under partly cloudy skies, temperatures rising from a low of 9 degrees to a high of 22 degrees for your Friday. In the coming days, partly sunny conditions persisting, with tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 9 and 18 degrees. And as we throw forward for the rest of the week, you're staying in your high teens to low 20s. Moving now to Klerksdorp. Today brings partly cloudy skies, temperatures starting at a low of 8 degrees, reaching a beautiful high of 20 today. Then looking ahead to the weekend, cloudy conditions moving in with cooler temperatures and a 20% chance of rain on Sunday. Pretoria, you're our next stop. Your Friday unfolds under mostly sunny skies. Your temperatures ranging between a low of 9 degrees and a high of 20. Looking ahead, partly sunny conditions returning with a daytime high of 18 degrees tomorrow and then 16 degrees for your Sunday. Johannesburg, good morning to you. Your day begins under mostly cloudy skies today. Temperatures start from a chilly 6 degrees, rising to a nice high of 17. Moderate day on the cards today. Then tomorrow, partly cloudy conditions and a 25% chance of some light rain coming into effect as well. Mbombela, good morning to you. Skies remaining partly cloudy throughout your day. Temperatures ranging between a chilly 12 degrees and 19 degrees. Heading into the weekend, expect partly sunny and humid conditions with daytime highs peaking at 17 degrees on both days. Bloemfontein, you've got mostly sunny skies on the cards today. Temperatures moving from a cold 6 degrees to a high of 19. And then tomorrow, partly cloudy skies on the cards. Temperatures ranging from a low of 7 degrees to a high of 19. Richards Bay, you're our next stop today, brings partly cloudy skies with winds blowing up to 32 kilometers an hour. In fact, be aware of that. Temperatures ranging from a cool 15, warming to 22 degrees just to kickstart the weekend. Then, sadly, the rain kicks in later today. Cloudy conditions persisting throughout the weekend and into next week. Durban, good morning to the playground this morning. Sunny skies persisting today. Great news. Strong southwesterly wind, though, that you do have to take on board. Temperatures starting from a low of 13 degrees, going to a high of 22. And then over the coming days, they remain partly cloudy. Your temperatures in the low to mid-20s. I'm Tata, good morning to you. Sunny skies dominating before the clouds gradually increase throughout the day today. Temperatures rising from a chilly 6 degrees to a high of 17 degrees. And then tomorrow, partly sunny skies, temperatures ranging between 8 and 21 degrees. And they stay in those lower 20s for the next week. In Kuba, you'll look up to sunny skies with lingering clouds today. Temperatures moving between a freezing 3 degrees. They're going to set at a high of 17. And then the outlook remains pretty cloudy with some sunny breaks over the weekend. Tomorrow's highs reaching 20 degrees, and then lowers down to 7 degrees for a bit of a chilly start this weekend. Kogompo City, formerly known as East London, you're going to spend the day under mostly sunny skies today with a 25% chance of rain. Your temperatures ranging between 11 and 19 degrees. And then tomorrow, sunny skies with some lingering clouds. Your temperatures rising from 13 to 23 degrees today. Rebecca, it's our next stop, and partly cloudy skies are going to define your day today. Temperatures ranging from a chilly 10 degrees, going up to a high of 19. And then you can enjoy those sunny skies tomorrow as cloudier conditions then settle in come Sunday. Gorgeous. George, how are you feeling today? Well, your day is a little bit cloudy, 25% chance of rain on top of that as well. Temperatures ranging from a brisk 9, setting at a rather moderate 18 for your Friday. Then heading into the weekend, well, you can expect a mix of sunny and cloudy conditions. Your temperatures peaking at 23 degrees, well, pretty much consistently up until the start of the new week. The mother city is our next stop, and you've got partly cloudy conditions with a noticeable southeasterly wind today. Your temperatures will shift from a cool 12 degrees to a high of 21. And then we've got a sunny weekend on the cards with warming temperatures before those cloudier conditions return into next week. Sutherland today brings bright and sunny skies accompanied by some gentle easterly winds. Temperatures moving from a low of 5 to a high of 16 degrees. Cloudier conditions then move in from tomorrow, and they'll continue into next week with temperatures staying in those mid to upper teens. Kimberley, you're our next stop, and you've got partly cloudy skies dominating your forecast today. Temperatures rising from a brisk 9 to set at 21 degrees today. And as we throw it forward, rather moderate weekend with a cloud cover stepping in 8 your low tomorrow, going into a 19, and then you've got that 25% chance of rain come Sunday. Up east, our final stop before we launch into the weekend. 12 is your low, going up to a high of 24 degrees. Temperatures ranging from 12 to 24, as I said today, and then it kind of stays in the lower 20s as we move into the weekend. The chance of rain persisting, in fact, 45% tomorrow, and that drops to 40 by Sunday. Now we want to see what that looks like. Now that we know what the temperatures feel like, let's see what Linda Tannis can produce from Pienaarstraat in Cape Town. And it's going to be a 21-degree day for you, and it looks like a gorgeous day indeed. I love the fact that you are getting the Early Bird Award this morning. You have proven that, yes, you can wake up at the crack of dawn, but that looks absolutely beautiful. We have got, I think, an unbelievable array of hues there informing exactly what time of day it is, the kind of energy that's building around you. Thank you for not gatekeeping and sharing that with us. Keep them coming. We're going to keep checking with you every hour as we go. 063-036-9649 is the number to use. By now, hopefully you've got it written down somewhere. You can see my mind is possibly still very much sitting on a pitch. Last night gave us some grey hairs. We're going to shift gears now and step into the sporting lane. High hopes, a lot of tension and anxiety on the field, never mind off it, but the boys showed some resilience last night. After the disappointment of the opening defeat to Mexico in the FIFA World Cup, Bafana showed some unbelievable character and resilience. I think the kind of energy that Ronwin was demanding from the nation, the players found it last night. But man, did they have to battle back from a goal down to earn that crucial 1-1 draw against Czechia in Atlanta. So it wasn't perfect, it wasn't easy, but it was a performance full of fight, full of spirit, and it showed us a lot of hope. And our journey is alive, and we brought in two unbelievable talents. Neo and Hayden are joining us from an academy. When I say with all humility, they've both played for South Africa. They've represented us at the under-17 level, and now they are ready to just step into TV, into these spaces, and hopefully are feeling a little less anxious than we are about the footy. How are you guys doing, man?
We're good. Thank you for having us.
Oh, absolute pleasure, man. When a team concedes a goal that early, and obviously we've got the PTSD of Mexico, and we were just hoping, just give ourselves a chance, just keep it together. Where was your head at when that goal went in? I think in the 6th minute.
Yeah, no, it was quite early to concede, but I feel like the boys brought it back. Even though first half was a bit shaky, we came back in the second half when we had some attacking players coming on, but conceding so early, it's something to worry about.
Oh, man, because it feels like more of a mental error than a physical error. When the button was being pushed, the players responded beautifully, but for the first half, so stretched out, so spread out, gaps everywhere, and the Czech side, they seem pretty up for it. They physically, I know a lot was spoken about the size. Should we be looking for things like that? The pitch, the physicality and size of the players? How much of last night's drama was on Bafana's shoulders, and how much do you reckon was on how our opponents were performing?
So, like you said, it was basically the physicality that won the game yesterday, which Czechia wanted because of how
massive.
big they are. Yeah. The thing that we stick together was we stick to our football that we kept on playing that resulted to the goal where we got a penalty and we scored.
And you've got to be ready to take those. I mean, I don't think there is anything more terrifying than the prospect of taking a World Cup penalty. And we've seen it. That'll break a player's career. We needed a man with a cool hand. When he had that moment, when he took in that deep breath. But look, I know very little about taking penalties, but I think he sold him with the left foot. But what's going through his mind there, man?
Yeah, I know. He's just probably thinking, I need to get this in the back of the net. It's been 16 years since we scored a goal in the World Cup. I mean, so he had probably all that pressure on him, and getting that goal, it's a crucial goal. Keeping us in the tournament. There's still hope against South Korea, but yeah, that guy probably felt like a whole bunch of pressure. Yeah,
man, unbelievable moment that just changed the game completely. Unbelievable shift in mindset, level of physicality, filling those gaps. What did you like about the way Bafana played? Let's call it in the second half of their performance last night.
So I'm going to compare the game to the first game. In the first game, there was like lack of intensity, so we weren't pressing enough. In this game, we changed because we went back to the 4-2-3-1, which made us press normally, and we were winning more second balls than we did in the first game.
And it just feels like a bravery thing. Just do it. And I remember one of the commentators saying, like, meet your players where they're at. Create a bit of hope for them. If a guy's going to send a long pass, run for it. If a guy's running, send a long pass, get behind their line. What do we need to feed off now? South Korea, very different prospect. They're going to have a bit of physicality, unbelievable pace. I think Tebogo is not on the pitch either.
It's a bit of a struggle, eh?
I mean, he probably would have known that, taking that penalty. So how much do we need him, and what do we need to do to contend with South Korea from what you've seen?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole different ball game, to be honest. Yeah, it's just going to take a lot from the boys, Tebogo is not going to be on the field. So now we need to have some security in the midfield, but also sticking to the way we played against Czechia.
Yeah.
And just improving on those things that we can on.
Just, light the fire. Whatever was said, whatever button got pushed, we need to push that again. And I love the fact that Ronman is leading from the front, just a bit more calm at the back. James, thank you so much for being. I know you're used to early morning training sessions, but this is a slightly different prospect. I have a feeling I'm going to be interviewing you guys a lot over the span of your career. So congratulations on the successes so far. I'm sorry that you're being educated in football in the same way that us old folk are now, which is grey hairs when your team puts you through the most. A lot of emotion, a lot of drama, plenty of Bafana fans there representing, and I love the fact that the world knows how we support now. But ultimately, Bafana and Czechia sharing the spoils, one apiece in terms of their goals, but we take that 1 point, and as Carissa says, we bag it and we move forward. Thank you, gents. Well done.
Think it's just another day? Well, not anymore, because I could be pulling up to your door next. Spin and win up to 20,000 Rand, plus an extra 2,000 Rand if you have a World Sports betting account, and another 2,000 Rand if you can hit a small dance challenge with me. To enter, all you have to do is head over to the competition post of Expresso's Facebook, X, and Instagram pages, and all you have to do is follow the prompts. And not signed up yet? Well, head to wsb.co.za, use the promo code TheBeat50 to get a free 50 Rand sports bet. World Sports Betting, bet to the beat. I'll see you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this Friday. And as we know, the seasons are a-changing and many of us find ourselves reaching for cold and flu remedies. But have you ever wondered why some people seem to get sick all the time while there are some others, God's favorites perhaps, that stay healthy year-round? That's why we brought in our GP, Dr. Chanel Matinison, to help us unpack the truth about immunity, the daily habits that maybe we can strengthen, and also why consistency may be the secret to staying well. I don't know, Doc, you're going to confirm that with me. But welcome back and thanks for joining.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I love this conversation because I thought I was a strong soldier in the front line and then it got me.
Yeah.
I got down bad. Many people think that immunity is something we only need to worry about when the colder seasons hit, right? When it gets a little bit colder. But is our immunity seasonal or is it something that stays active all the way around the year?
So your immune system works all through the year.
Okay.
It's not an on and off switch. It's working, even though it's like little soldiers working, even when you are oblivious and you are unconscious about it, it's actually working.
It's doing its job.
Yes, so you can carry on with your life. So that's why it's so important to consistently do things and not just act when you actually feel sick.
React when you feel
react,
sick.
yes,
Yeah. Okay, so why do some people then pick up on the bug and get sick and then others just seem more resilient?
Yeah, so it just depends. Sometimes it's your immunity, so your immune system. If you have any immunodeficiencies, if you're immunocompromised. Some patients are obviously on like chemotherapy and with HIV, they would pick up bugs a lot quicker. And then also age, so babies would pick up a lot quicker. And then also what you were exposed to, so genetics, if you were, and vaccines, so everything that you were exposed to. So everybody is different and everybody's immune systems will be different.
Yeah.
And everything that you're exposed to will be different along your journey.
Okay.
So when you see some kids who don't go to creche, they don't get sick at home, but once they go to creche, they would have gotten sick.
They say it's like a petri dish
exposed.
of just sickness.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all are at risk though.
Yes.
Nobody is immune.
No one's immune.
No one's immune with the immunity. Okay,
Yes.
so when it comes to supporting our immune system, which I mean all of us can really take on, what are some of those daily habits that we can really push up or maybe increase that will make a meaningful impact over time?
Yeah. So sleep. So I know that's a big one. I know that you sleep very little probably.
I'm trying to do more, yeah.
So poor sleep does affect us. And then obviously nutrition. So what we're eating, what we're taking in, hydration, so daily things. Stress is a big factor. And I know that there's no magic pill to stress, but stress management can affect you. So, I mean, if you're not managing your stress, it can also affect your immune system and even your microbiome, so your gut health. So what you are taking, how much antibiotics you're taking in, how healthy your gut is, if you have enough good bacteria in your gut, those types of things. So I think it's important to look at it holistically, and overall.
Okay, so approach each day with a deep breath and with a glass of water, please, and good food. But many of us only, I mean, I'm guilty of this. We focus on our health reactively, like when we do get down. But what about being proactive about it? What sort of things can we do to approach our immune system a bit better?
Yeah. So in our practice, we love it when people come proactively, when they say, doctor, there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing. I just want to check. I just want to be sure that everything is fine. So that is a proactive approach. So you're doing things to prevent you from getting there. So that when you do, so it's almost like you're not building fitness on the race day. You're building it weeks leading up to it. So you don't only, act when you get there. But you can, proactive things you can do, like I said, good sleep, good nutrition, water, managing your stress, those types of things, proactively. Obviously, multivitamins also play a role, but it wouldn't replace any of those things.
It's just to add on to, it's the embellishment. Okay, so speaking about multivitamins, I mean, if we focus on that, what can we look at to support our overall wellness? What sort of things are we looking out for?
Yeah, so multivitamins would be an add-on. So foundation is your good sleep, your nutrition, water, all of those things. But then your supportive layer will be things like a vitamin. You would like to take things, especially now in the winter season, vitamin C, zinc, the iron is important. Vitamin D is a big thing as well. Because there's no sunlight. So the less sunlight you get, the less vitamin D you get. So all of those things would actually help. And especially if you're such a busy person and you don't have time to actually eat, I'm guilty of this. I sometimes go a whole day without eating.
Dog.
It actually does help to fill those gaps of nutrition that you're not getting in. So it is important just to, be a defense mechanism while you're busy living your life.
Help your body, help you at the end of the day. And speaking about helping, I mean, when we think about multivitamins, Revital Royale is a daily multivitamin supplement designed to boost your energy and also, like Doc said, support that immunity, promote healthy aging, which we all love. And it's formulated with a powerful blend of royal jelly, Panax ginseng, essential vitamins like A, B, complex, C, D, and E, and also those vitamins vital minerals that we all need. Doc, have you managed to survive this winter without getting sick?
I feel like it's coming, eh?
Oh no!
I can't even hear myself
Touch
yet.
wood, touch your forehead at the moment. We hope not. We hope not. I've been there and it's not a great place. So please make sure that you're doing well, and thank you for always coming through with the best of information. There is some good news. Supporting your immunity doesn't have to involve drastic changes. It is about those small, consistent habits that can go a long way in helping you build resilience and stay at your best throughout the year. Plus, Revital is giving 6 lucky viewers the chance to each win a 500 Rand Take-A-Lot voucher. Now, to enter, reply to the competition post on Expresso's social pages and just answer this really easy question. Is Revital Royale designed to boost energy, support immunity, promote healthy aging, or all of the above? Don't forget to include hashtag Revital. That competition closes at midday on this Monday, 22 June, and T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. Doc, you're the best. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we delve into my kind of conversation. I'm realizing, certainly at my age, but just as a gent, these are vitally important for our own mental health. With Father's Day happening this Sunday and Men's Mental Health Awareness Month this June, we are turning our attention to a conversation I think many families still find very difficult to have, despite knowing how important it is. So we've brought in specialist psychiatrist and executive coach, Dr. Keith Gannison. He's also just a wonderful human being who has made it his life's purpose to help us men who often don't want to help ourselves. And we're going to unpack why men's mental health is so challenged and it often goes unnoticed, and what loved ones can do to create spaces where we can feel safe to speak up. So hopefully, Doc, we're going to do that today.
We're going to try.
We're going to try our best. I like the way you framed that. We're going to try. We're going to just put throw our hat into the ring and we're going to give it a go.
Yes.
So thank you for doing the work that you do. I can speak from quite an open-minded guy, and I still struggle to talk about my problems because I'm not wanting someone to come and save me.
Yeah.
But at some point, you do need a little help. So what crosses your door? What is the big thing? Is there one big thing? Is it many big things? What's breaking men out
It's
there?
quite a few big things, because if there was one, we would have had a fix a long time ago, a cure a long time ago. No. So it's when men link their value, their identity is, the value to their purpose as a protector, provider, performer.
Yeah.
And when they can't do that, now we got a problem, because men don't know how to deal with the stress very well. So what walks through my door is I'm battling someone. My family said to me, I'm irritable, I'm withdrawn, I'm silent, I'm not communicating. My boss said to me, I'm snappy and I'm forgetting.
The human condition is what you've just described to me. I'm trying to think of a man out there that isn't struggling with that. And I think generationally in this country, we see that layered in, unfortunately, with almost a shared frustration of how many men are so desperately wanting to provide and just can't. Mm-hmm. What's the first step then? How do we get gents to a point where we can talk about it? Because often it's the process that needs to happen, not a solution to be found. You just need to delve into it. What does that look like?
And that's key, because if it was that simple, we would have done it a long time ago.
Exactly.
So it's a process. People often ask me, how do we fix this? What's the solution? I mean, I can't give you a solution.
It's your life, yo.
Minutes. No. So, but there's a start. There's a start by acknowledging we got a problem, right? And what we've been doing all these years hasn't been working very well. The world is changing. We've got to adapt.
Completely. And we can get mentoring in so many different ways now. And I think as a slightly older gent now, I love the fact that we are mentoring up and down. We are getting generational understanding now like we've never had before. But so much of this will kind of rest on that family-father relationship.
Yeah.
If a family is starting to notice the signs, maybe they haven't even noticed the signs. So let's start with those that this guy isn't handling.
Right.
And then what do we do as a first response?
Firstly, we have to understand what are the signs that this guy isn't managing, because men may present differently.
And we're going to be guarded at the best of times.
Yes, withdrawn, silent, irritable, snappy, overwork. Because remember, you got to be a provider. Right, you don't sleep well. And here, alcohol use increases, you know. So things creep up on you. It's never, it just happens. Things will creep up on you, and families often look back when tragedies occur.
And then you're like,
you know, I missed that, and I missed that, and I missed that, and they regret.
So what do we do then if we've started to see, and we don't want to disempower, but we need to help? How do we find that balance?
We have to understand. We have to understand that the silence, for example, if you are seeing a silence, it's the visible signal. It's the visible signal of a problem that's invisible.
I love the fact that, yes, it almost feels like there are a myriad of problems, but we're moving a gateway so that we can deal with those problems slightly differently.
Yeah.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all, but if we reframe, often as a guy, things change quite dramatically because we are quite simplistic in our way, thankfully.
Good and bad. It's good and bad. It's just simple.
If there was one thing you wish gents knew out there that maybe is a surprise through their journey for yourself, what would that thing be?
My favorite is to become curious.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. You know why? Because the curiosity as a mindset allows one now to hold a few ideas up there without judgment.
Completely. Without success or failure.
Doesn't matter.
Hasn't come into...
Just hold that mindset. And from that point, I promise you, then you start noticing signals about yourself. So I developed this program where I talk about signals and pattern recognition and redesign, it's the neuroscience of coaching. But when you start noticing something, then you start being okay with exploring your inner landscape.
And without the judgment, you can approach it with an objective mind, which I understand is very challenging for most when you're feeling the weight of the complexity of all of those problems weighing in together. Don't look at everything. Don't look for one solution. I'm even getting emotional on your behalf. The bottom line is often just a little reframing of that challenge can make all the difference. But to the families supporting the gents out there and having these conversations, thank you. Doc, you're a legend. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
Well, welcome back to Bake That Thing! Okay, listen, Father's Day is just around the corner, and around here that means one thing, man, get that fire ready. But a great braai isn't just about the meat, it is, of course, about the sides that go with it. You know I'm a sides girly. We love to see it in a braai broodjie. It goes a long way. A true South African baking icon that strikes the perfect balance of smoky, charred crust, warm, pillowy interior, and you can stuff it with anything you know how. We're gonna ask how Chef Clem likes it, and he is here once again, the incredible Chefy himself. Happy Friday.
Oh my goodness, I forgot it's Friday.
It is Friday. We made it.
We did.
Oh
it
my
feels so
goodness,
good.
it does.
Also, maybe that's why the braai's
The
out.
braai's going. I will tell you, Clem, on Sunday we are braaiing. That has been we went through so many options, eventually it landed on a braai.
It's the best.
So I'm taking this with me.
Yes, you should.
But it's looking like we're making our dough from scratch.
Swap sides.
Oh my goodness.
Look, the thing is, I do love that we've become friends with our bakeries because we tell our viewers out there, go and meet your butcher, meet your baker, meet the candlestick maker, because it really is great to get to know the people working behind the scenes. So if you want to make bread, do pizza, if you want to make roasted cook, but you're just a little lazy, it's okay.
All of us.
It's okay. Go to your bakery and ask them and say, I'm going to make roasted cook.
Yeah.
What dough can I get from you?
And they will give you the dough?
They will not only give you the dough, they'll ask you, what are you making? They'll be like, cool, so if it's a bread, use this type of dough.
Oh
if it's a roasted cook, use this. They are great. They are
This is
great,
a life hack.
Hey, I'm telling you, your butcher, your baker, and
Your
if you...
candlestick maker.
There we go. And if you got like a dairy, and you'll be surprised. People will be like, why would I have a dairy near me? Like, I live in the city.
Right.
No. They are like little inner city, and especially here in Cape Town, like, not even 10 minutes from here, it's a little dairy farm.
Clem, you are the plug.
Get to know the people. Then...
Do they do soy milk in the dairy house?
I'm sorry, those cows, we don't talk about that.
We don't
Cows
talk about
to strike.
Bruno.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna make the dough from scratch now.
Yeah.
But it's not labor intensive. All it takes is a little bit of time.
Right.
So I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna use a stand mixer, but it really does come together that quickly at home. I do like starting with water first because I like blooming my yeast in one bowl. Guys, I don't do dishes.
Come on, who does?
cannot.
Who's got the
I
time?
cannot, no.
Okay, so when it comes to water, I'm going to ask silly questions, but is warm water, cold water, tap water, still water? What are we doing?
If you do cold water, it means that you're going to let the dough slowly ferment with the yeast. You're going to give it a lot of time. You're going to develop more flavor. But that means by using cold water, you understand it's going to take longer to get to that point where it starts fermenting. So there's no right or wrong. We're going to go with you can still kind of feel the heat in the bowl?
Yes.
Like just above warm room temperature.
Got you.
So we're going to activate this quickly. Okay, so yeast goes in, and then imaginary sugar. Brrr.
Right.
Not important. It's not essential to it, but I like adding a little bit of sugar to kickstart that yeast again. The yeast feeds with the sugar.
It eats the sugar.
Then it gets all frothy and delicious and amazing. You can smell it.
Yeah.
That's when you go in with the next ingredients. What the yeast does not like is salt.
Okay.
Salt kind of it does not actually, I wouldn't say it kills the yeast. I mean, too much of it will. But it also, what it does is slows down that fermenting process of the blooming process. So what I like doing is I like actually mixing the salt in with the flour. And I would never, by the way, I'm glad we're doing this, I would never use flaked salt like we are today.
I was going to ask you, what kind of salt do we use? Like table salt?
Table salt and fine salt.
Okay.
You want that salt to be evenly distributed. If you're going to use flaked salt, you get little pieces. Look, it's going to be
not
fine.
bad.
It's not going to be bad at all. So, but we want even distribution. So get the fine salt in there. Then get it in, and let the machine do the work. Or someone little in the house. I'd be like, just to stand there.
Those with the arms.
You know
get
those
pop
family-
arms and
those-
you get mixing arms.
Those family members, Bri, you are used to stirring. Yeah.
The pot stirrers in the family.
Here you go. Let them keep on going.
Did we
Take your
forget
time.
something that was sitting over here?
That's we're going to use that. So it's going to come together like a beautiful dough. I always say when it comes to dough, the wetter the better. You want it to be sloppy. You want it to be almost shockingly wet.
Okay.
What happens during that time is the dough, the flour, after some time hydrates. and sucks up that moisture.
Interesting.
The flour's being dry for ages. So let it hydrate, suck up that
Give it
moisture.
some water.
And then you'll see, then all of a sudden you can start handling it. It becomes more manageable. Where's your wedding ring?
Wow.
There's a game. There's a game. Because legit, if you
Fingers
lose,
are a little bit...
if you lose a wedding ring,
got it.
there you go. If you lose a wedding ring, I got a silicone, professional in the kitchen.
I love that.
If you lose a wedding ring, it's fine.
Fine for who?
Whoever finds it, they will win something. We're not going to fuss about that.
Okay.
But for now, we'll be good. So a little bit of flour.
A little bit of flour.
And then we want to be as careful with the dough as possible.
And this is like a regular white bread, right?
Yeah, this is just the white bread dough. I'm going to cut some. I prefer cutting instead of like just stretching the dough because you've worked so hard to develop gluten and those gluten strands. If you're going to start stretching now, you're just going to rip it all up. You don't want to do that. So we're going to use a knife like civilized people.
Yeah. And is this a braai-broodjie? Oh, not yet? This is a braai-broodjie.
You can kind of play around with the size.
Okay.
But if you want to do like I need to say a bad word, like you want to do a big braai-broodjie, you can do that. If you're going to do little individual, smaller ones, I like that you did that. We're going to talk about that in a second.
No.
But you can make it your own, any size you want. So, we're going to do the tiger claw method.
Okay.
Okay, and we're going to put it over.
Over.
And then we're going to just like move with, it's basically it's going to hover around our palms.
Oh, I think my palms too
Now,
big.
here's the thing. If you add too much flour, then it gets like no traction.
Yeah, no. Okay.
There we go.
I'm going to stop it around.
No.
Oh, there we go. I got some traction.
Listen, and I'm happy you did this because baking 100%, you learn more through these type of experiences than a recipe in a book.
Right.
No recipe in a book's going to tell you don't add too much flour because you won't be able to do the tiger claw.
No, you just see them do this with the flour.
Well, that's the other... Okay. So then, are you happy with your shape?
I'm so happy.
And the cool thing about roaster cookies, you don't have to do a ball.
Yeah.
You can do like whatever you want. So I'm
Are we going straight on?
Yeah, sure. We're going to go over there. I'm going to do a little rectangle one. You can pop yours on.
Okay, I'm going to choose that spot.
You know what I like doing? Where's what's something that can burn that Jay's not going to shout at me?
Something that can burn.
Anyway,
I'm not going to give you permission.
Don't do this. But what I like doing is getting like wooden sticks.
Yeah.
And also at home, check what plant. Ask your dad. Father's Day.
I love that I never know where Clem is going with this. Okay.
Ask your dad, what tree is poisonous? What tree can I use for food? Okay, cool. Then get the stick.
Yeah.
And then all I do is I just wrap it around the thing. Stokbrood.
Like a cheese twisty stick.
But like you cook it on the stick. And here's the thing. I'm not crazy. I got checked. What happens is the stick itself, right? Especially if you're using like bamboo. The stick itself will heat up and the bamboo's got some nuances in there.
Okay.
You start cooking the bread from the outside. The wood permeates flavor through the stick. Stokbrood. Next level.
Love that.
Next level.
Okay, so I would add some flaky salt to the top, but we'll see what we do with our rooster broodjies when we come back. I will say, Mzansi, let us know what you would add inside it. I'm thinking cheese and chutney, but that's just me. We'll see you straight after this for Bake That Thing!
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, thank you so much for rejoining. Another, I'm going to say a tough conversation, but one we have to have. And it is beautiful that we are opening up ourselves to the nuance here as South Africa continues to grapple with the devastating impact of gender-based violence, the worst in the world. Many experts believe prevention starts long before the crisis occurs, and it starts in our homes, in our relationships, and it starts with the example set by our fathers and our father figures. This is where we've all got to hold up a mirror. With Father's Day around the corner, we are joined by Kobisa Ngala, social work supervisor and facilitator at the incredible FAMSA Western Cape, to unpack the Fatherhood Project and explore how positive, engaged fatherhood can raise respectful, beautiful, amazing, strong young men. Yeah. It's your mission. And as always in South Africa, it takes a strong woman to prop up a strong man. So thank you for being that. Set against this narrative. We look for a simple answer to a very complex question always in South Africa, because we're faced with so many challenges. Yeah. Is it as simple as just getting one thing right here and we can change it all? What needs to happen in your mind to start pushing back against the kind of statistics we see in South Africa?
Thank you so much for inviting me to the show. Like you are saying, this is very complex. It doesn't have a straight answer. I don't have a straight answer to your question. However, I think it starts with men believing in themselves, that they can change the narrative. We are in a country of history where men have been through a lot, and by that they raise children that are so vulnerable because they don't know how best to do. Because
don't know any other way.
They don't have any other way because they were raised like that and they've been living like that. When they are fathers themselves, they do the same to their kids. Now, it's very important for men to know that it starts with me. The change that I want to do, the change that I want to see, it starts with me as a man.
How do we unlock that? Because for me, it was kind of a before and after with my kids.
Yeah.
Where the beautiful thing was, the greater the challenge, when it came to my kids, it felt like I could do anything for them.
Yes.
But it also required me to face up to some demons. And that was without a doubt the most challenging thing that I've ever done. And I'm still wrestling with that every day.
Yeah.
How do we get men to go there when they don't have the emotional tools? Because you're kind of asking us to step into an uncomfortable space.
Yes.
Because we have to process this work. How do we start that journey? Is it with a positive example? How do you guys get the positive element of fatherhood to start to creep in?
I think it starts with, because we cannot run away from the fact that men are traumatized. Men were raised to say they don't speak about their feelings. They don't cry. They don't share emotions. Even this day, when I meet young boys, they don't cry. They act strong because they are told to do so.
All they got, yeah.
Yes. Now, it starts being acknowledging that you are vulnerable, you have your own traumas, and then you can never raise a child that is healthy if you have not taken a step back and deal with your own traumas and start talking about your traumas so that you can teach your boy child or even your girl child how to live this life.
Because therein lies also what young girls believe about themselves, that messaging. Their self-worth is going to be layered in. Kids copy what we do, not what we say. It's as simple as that. So we have to live it. The flip side of that coin, and we see it in our beautiful space every day. Once you push that button, and you can start to get a man to see himself differently, how much change have you witnessed through your program? Talk to us about the positive side of this beautiful journey that you allow men to start, at least.
Yeah, there's been a lot of change. Historically, FAMSA had a men's group program that looked at domestic violence, that looked at men that said, I have been abused, I've abused people, then I want to change. So through history, there's been a very good impact and positive change out of that program.
Just that validation of what you're doing, that men are willing to put themselves out there and say, yes, that is me.
Yes. And then we started the Fatherhood program in the communities where we teach men about positive parenting skills because they don't know how to parent. Now we teach them how to parent their kids, and then that alone helped a lot of men, because I remember they would come out and say, I didn't know that I can be a nurturer, because that's not what
They've
men...
never experienced that. So there's a beautiful piece of advice as well. Maybe dip into the feminine side of your energy, because I can guarantee you will remember a strong woman who showed you the way at some point. One piece of advice for those dads out there looking to enrich that relationship with their kids. It's got to be one of the most beautiful, blessed spaces that exists in existence.
Yeah.
How do men feed that relationship with their children?
I would advise fathers and men out there to please be present in their children's lives.
Okay.
Spend as much time as you can. If you can, please don't miss any stage of life, because that is important.
You always think there's something else more important, but there's not.
It's not. It's not, because I've seen both of the coins where I sit with kids saying that if my father was more present, the result would have been positive. But now I'm smoking, I'll do all of these things because there was no father figure present.
You see.
Now, the advice I would give is, men, please spend more time with your kids. Be present dads. Play with your children. Show interest in their lives, because they're going through so much and they don't need your money. Because that's another thing.
Your time, not your money. And
your time, not your money.
And I'm gonna tell myself, stop giving advice and maybe ask a few questions. Just get them where they are. I've been saying that a lot this week. Meet them where they are. And I think you meet an entire country where they are, and how you are able to deal with the level of trauma you are set against our GBV statistics, and the reality of that is amazing to me. It's miracle work every day. So thank you so much for going those hard yards, going into those uncomfortable spaces. But the bottom line is, you want to prove how tough you are as a man. Don't prove it by how much you can survive. Go into those uncomfortable spaces. Introduce yourself to yourself. And then let's prove how tough we are. Work through those kind of problems. And then the rewards, we get a relationship with the people we love the most. That is infinite. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for that vital conversation, Gray. Let's get into your 7 o'clock news updates, as it's just hit top of the hour. Now we get started nationally, where the Border Management Authority has processed a record 1,129 Malawian nationals in a single day as part of a coordinated repatriation operation. Now, 17 buses transported the undocumented migrants, all of whom were issued emergency travel certificates through the Malawian High Court Commission. Authorities conducted biometric fingerprint verification and electronic processing before their return. In a related operation, a further 467 Zimbabwean nationals were processed for deportation through the Beitbridge port of entry. Home Affairs officials say checks on Malawian nationals have so far found no wanted criminals among the group. In other national news, the Electoral Commission says it's ready for the first voter registration weekend ahead of the local government elections happening on the 4th of November. Our Chief Electoral Officer, Sai Mamabolo, has urged eligible citizens to register and also encouraged existing voters to ensure their personal and address details are correct on the voters' roll. Now, the roll contains more than 28 million voters. More than 23,700 registration stations will operate nationwide between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. tomorrow and on Sunday. Election materials have already been distributed to all provinces. In your international news, making headlines now, around 12.5 million barrels of crude oil passed through the Strait of Hormuz yesterday after the U.S. President Donald Trump and Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian signed an agreement aimed at ending the conflict that disrupted global energy supplies. Now, the deal includes reopening the strategic waterway and lifting a U.S. blockade on Iranian ports. Oil prices fell as markets reacted positively to the development. However, fresh Israeli airstrikes in Lebanon and concerns over regional stability have raised questions about whether a broader and lasting peace can be achieved. Meanwhile, the fast-breaking cholera outbreak in Nigeria's conflict-affected Borno state has claimed at least 90 lives and infected more than 12,000 people, and that's according to the United Nations. The death toll has risen from 74 since the outbreak began in early May this year, while thousands of new infections have since been recorded in the state alone. Now, humanitarian agencies are scaling up treatment, surveillance, and access to clean water to support containment efforts. A $4 million funding injection has strengthened the response, although additional resources are still urgently needed. Closing off your 7 o'clock news here with the World Cup that's in full swing, and the Dallas Zoo in Texas is also joining the festivities with a playful twist that delights visitors. Now, keepers have introduced enrichment activities using soccer balls, encouraging animals to nudge, chase, and interact with the sport's most iconic symbol. The initiative forms part of the zoo's themed program that brings the tournament atmosphere into everyday exhibits while stimulating natural behaviors. Now, families enjoy the festive scenes as enclosures come alive with movement and also lots of curiosity. In a light-hearted nod to the competition, even the zoo's residents are briefly part of the beautiful game, adding a uniquely Texas flavor to the global spectacle. Oh, we absolutely love to see everybody participate in the game of football. But speaking of, here's the latest in it with Gray.
Yep, we got the goal we needed. South Africa scoring their first goal of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Let's start there. So battling back from a goal down to draw one apiece with Czechia, we needed that result. And Teboho Mokoena did the delivering. As he does, he scored an 83rd minute penalty after a rather fortuitous handball. And Czechia went ahead in the 6th minute. Another defensive lapse, creating the drama for Bafana, but they will move forward with the point. And then a little bit later, Canada got their first win of the World Cup, beating Qatar 6-0, and then Switzerland made light work of Bosnia-Herzegovina, winning 4-1 there, sending quite a message in their group. Now let's get into rugby, and of course we can get excited about this weekend. The Springboks kick off their 2026 rugby season officially tomorrow with a clash against the Barbarians at Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. The Springboks will be looking for a repeat of the last time they were in action when they demolished Wales by 73 unanswered points back in November last year. And the URC form of many of these players indicates we're going to see a similar sort of season. It kicks off in Gqeberha at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Now we can get into cricket as the West Indies are showing some form. They made it 2 wins in 2 games at the Women's T20 World Cup. That was after a 7-run victory over Scotland and a very disciplined Scotland team. So after losing the toss and being put into bat first, West Indies got out their gates, posting 153 for 6. In reply, Scotland falling just short, being bowled out on 146. So after getting their first win earlier this week, the Proteas women returned to action this Sunday up against our old foes, India. Now, the small matter of another major happening on the golfing front. And Wyndham Clark, he sits atop of the US Open leaderboard with a 4-shot lead after a rather shortened opened round in New York. So Clark fired a 6-under par 64 through 16 holes before fading light brought play to a halt. In fact, more than 50 players were unable to complete their opening rounds. And with play set to resume later today, that chasing pack looked to close the gap on the American. That's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get into the weather.
Well, thank you so much, G-Man. Let's check out the weather at the foot of the weekend. Out in Polokwane on this Friday, you'll start your day under partly cloudy skies. Now, temperatures will rise from a low of 9 degrees to a set high of 22. And as we look forward to the upcoming days, it's partly sunny conditions that will persist, with tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 9 and 18. And then we head to Klerksdorp next, where today brings partly cloudy skies to your side. Temperatures start at a low of 8 degrees and does reach a high of 20. As we look ahead into the weekend and beyond, cloudy conditions move in with cooler temperatures, and there is a 20% chance of rain at the end of the weekend on Sunday. Out in Pretoria now, your Friday unfolds under mostly sunny skies. Your temperatures will range between a low of 9 degrees and a high of 20. And looking ahead, partly sunny conditions do return, with daytime highs of 18 degrees tomorrow and 16 degrees on Sunday. Out in the city of gold, Johannesburg, it's your turn now. Now, your day begins under mostly cloudy skies. Your temperatures will range between 6 and 17 degrees. And tomorrow does bring partly cloudy conditions with a 25% chance of rain on Sunday. Let's check out what Mbombela has on this beautiful Friday. On your side, your sky remains partly cloudy throughout your day today. Your temperatures will range between a chilly 12 and a high of 19 degrees. Heading into the weekend, expect partly sunny and humid conditions, with daytime highs peaking at 17 degrees on both days. And then out in the beautiful Bloemfontein, you'll enjoy mostly sunny skies today. Your temperatures will move from a cold 6 degrees to a high of 19. Now, tomorrow does bring you partly cloudy skies, with temperatures ranging from a low of 7 to a high of 19 degrees. Out in Richards Bay today brings partly cloudy skies on your side. There will be winds to accompany that of up to 32 kilometers per hour. Your temperatures, well, they'll range between 15 and 22, and there is a 65% chance of rain expected today, with cloudy conditions persisting throughout the weekend. And then out in South Africa's playground, Durban, what's good? Sunny skies persist on your side today with strong southwesterly winds. Your temperatures start with a low of 13 and then reaches a high of 22. Now, the coming days do remain partly cloudy with temperatures in those low to mid-20s. And then out in Mthatha, sunny skies do dominate before clouds gradually come in and increase. Temperatures will rise from a chilly 6 degrees to a set high of 17. Now, tomorrow does bring partly sunny skies with temperatures ranging between 8 and 21 on Saturday and a peak of 23 on Sunday. In Uba, formerly known as Cradock on your side of town, you'll look up to some sunny skies with lingering clouds throughout your Friday. Now, your temperatures will move between a freezing 3 degrees and a set high of 17. The outlook does remain cloudy with sunny breaks, with tomorrow's highs reaching 20 and those lows remaining at 7 on both Saturday and Sunday. Out in Kugompo City, you'll spend the day under mostly sunny skies with a 25% chance of rain today. 11 is your low, with your max sitting at 19 degrees. Now, tomorrow does bring sunny skies with lingering clouds, while temperatures will rise from 13 to 23. And then out in Ebeja, partly cloudy skies will define your day today. Now, your temperatures will range from a chilly 10 to a high of 19 degrees. Now, you can enjoy some sunny skies tomorrow that comes on through as cloudier conditions settle in when Sunday rolls around. In the gorgeous George, your day does remain cloudy throughout the day. There is a 25% chance of rain to accompany that. Now, your temperatures will range from a brisk 9 to a high of 18 degrees rather. And heading into the weekend, expect a mix of sunny and cloudy conditions with temperatures peaking at 23 degrees on both Saturday and Sunday. Let's see what Cape Town has to offer now. On your side, you can expect partly cloudy conditions with noticeable southeasterly winds. Your temperatures, well, they'll shift from a cool 12 to a high of 21. A sunny weekend does lie ahead for us just in time for Father's Day, with warming temperatures before cloudier conditions return next week. And then out in Sutherland, today brings bright and sunny skies accompanied by gentle easterly winds. Temperatures will move from a low of 5 to a high of 16 degrees. Now, cloudier conditions move in from tomorrow and continue into next week, with temperatures staying in those mid to upper teens. And then out in Kimberley on this beautiful Friday, partly cloudy skies will dominate the forecast today. Temperatures rise from a brisk 9 to a warmer 21 degrees. The weekend does remain cloudy and humid with cooler temperatures. There is a 25% chance of rain expected on Sunday. And then finally, our stop in Uppington is where we leave things, where skies remain partly cloudy throughout your Friday. Temperatures will range from 12 to 24. Now, looking ahead, mainly cloudy conditions will settle in. There is rain expected tomorrow at a 45% chance, and on Sunday continues with a chance of 40%. Seems like the weekend will end with many blessings throughout the country. So let's get into the sunrise view of this hour to bring it on a little bit earlier. Fancy Nancy out in Umkomas in KZN. Nancy Govender got in touch with his breathtaking morning view, and we already knew KZN has got what it takes when it comes to our top contenders of beautiful morning views. And thank you for thinking of us, Nancy, when you witness the beauty of what Umkomas has on this beautiful day. Do enjoy it, and it's a great start to the weekend if ever I've seen it, and we wish you a blessed one. Well, do know that at 8 o'clock again we do it, and let's see what your side of town looks like on 063-036-9649 as we get into the second hour of your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Life doesn't slow down. When aches and pains get in the way, choose Panamo Gel for more than skin deep relief. Available at retailers and pharmacies.
Between the school drop-off, the grocery run, maybe a busy day at work and everything else that life throws our way, every moment matters. So when a stiff neck, sore muscles or those nagging aches start getting in the way, trust Panamo Gel for more than just skin-deep relief. Panamo Gel penetrates the skin to reach muscles, helping to reduce pain and decrease swelling so that you can get back to the moments that matter. So look out for Panamo Gel at your nearest pharmacy because every day deserves your best.
Life doesn't slow down. When aches and pains get in the way, choose Panamo Gel for more than skin deep relief. Available at retailers and pharmacies.
Now, Dove have given us amazing opportunities to have discussions, the most beautiful narrative laid bare, and we're going to take a look at fathers' impact on their daughter's journey, not just in sport, but I think in life. Letters to my daughter. If you've seen the viral trend, you'll understand. It's going to get a little bit emotional. Cannot wait for that. And then I would imagine my friend got a little emotional as Glamour and Woolworths Beauty combined for the ultimate makeup masterclass. She was in the right place, and she'll take you to that place after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and thanks for joining us. We are hours away from Father's Day, where we're celebrating both our fathers and also our father figures in our lives. And ahead of that day, we're celebrating, of course, the most important people outside of our moms, our dads. Our father figures and role models will help shape the confidence of the girls in their lives. Our research shows that positive support and encouragement can play such a vital role in helping young girls develop confidence, resilience, and a healthy relationship with themselves. So today we're sharing some heartfelt messages from fathers to their daughters while reflecting on the powerful impact those words of encouragement can actually have on both on the field and off the field. And I love the fact that our friend over here, Mr. G-Man, is a girl dad.
I am a girl dad, with the awesome responsibility that comes with that. It's a crazy thing. It's something I grapple with a lot because it felt so simple when Georgie first arrived into the world, because she was kind of attached to me, and I've spoken quite openly about that whole crazy phase of my life. So she was definitely a part of that, but not consciously aware. And then I've had to watch her beautiful relationship with her mother really blossom, and it felt like she's not an extension of me anymore, and it shows how far we've both come in this crazy journey. But now the responsibility, unfortunately, really falls on myself, taking care of my own stuff. So I don't pass it on. It's as simple as that. Kids don't follow what we say, they follow what we do.
Now, earlier this week, we asked dads to share words of encouragement that they would like their daughters to carry with them, both on and off the sports field. And if you get emotional, that's okay.
Perfectly fine.
Because some beautiful ones have come through. Andre's up first, Andre Gildenes, to his girl. So let's see.
He says, my girl, you don't have to be the fastest, strongest, or best on the field. Just be brave enough to keep showing up, keep trying, and keep believing in yourself. That's what makes a champion.
Uncle Andre.
Andre Gildenes, man, you're dropping bombs like that.
That made me emotional. Mpumzi Xolo also got in touch.
Remember that one bad game never defines you. Learn from it, shake it off, and come back stronger. I'm proud of you for the effort you put in, not just the result.
And hearing I'm proud of you from your dad?
Often it's a look, and I keep trying to explain that to him. I don't care what the result is, I care how you feel about the result. That's it. But they care about the results. So you've got to be ready to care about how they care about the results. It's so complex being a dad, man. It's so tough out there. Can we get another? That was absolutely beautiful.
Okay, before we even get another, we've got to ask you, Gray, why is it so important for girls to hear encouragement from their dads? How do we see our fathers?
I think it's kind of, well, I've taken it on board as this is how they're going to expect to be treated for the rest of their life.
That's right, you're setting the bar.
But the expectation is that this is how I need to be looked after, be respected, be responded to, be connected to, all of those things. You've got to kind of create the framework, and they aren't in a position to be able to take on board your advice on how to do that. They've got to model it on how you treat your wife, how you treat yourself.
Yes.
The example you set for the boy in the family, all those things. So it's a responsibility, but what a beautiful one to embrace, because you suddenly start sorting yourself out.
Good.
And dealing with your stuff, which as men, as we've heard earlier.
To do that.
Well, I think with a kid,
you have to. You don't have a choice.
You gotta do it, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Let's see Ryan Naidu, what he had to say.
Sport will teach you so much more than how to win. It'll teach you resilience, teamwork, and how to get back up after a setback. Those are lessons you'll carry for life. Ryan, bombs again, dude.
Mic drop.
Absolutely brilliant. Let's hear from Thabo Mokoena. Mokwenas are doing well at the moment. Never let anyone tell you that a sport isn't for girls. If you love it, play it. If it makes you happy, chase it. The field belongs to you just as much as anyone else.
If there's something about dads, you come with gravitas. You come with words of wisdom.
I even tattooed it on my arm, the word gravitas, before I'll tear my sleeve off and show you. Can I tell you the greatest gift that my daughter was given, I'm beginning to realize. So she's been watching her brother do karate since she can remember anything.
Right.
And his particular school it's 50-50 girls, guys. And the girls, I think, might carry a bit more of the talent than the boys. So for her whole life, she's just seen men and girls. She's seen her brother lose to a girl and not throw a fit.
Right.
She's beaten a boy that was much better than her. Sport gave her that. It didn't need to explain it to her. It didn't need to do anything other than just provide the framework. Sport will change your girl's life. And we're not talking about early talent recognition. That doesn't happen. It's not a thing. What it will give her is strength, resilience, confidence, an appreciation of the connections around her, but most importantly, that self-worth. She'll be able to prove it to herself every time she goes on the field. And that's amazing, man.
Georgie, you are set up so well. We love Graham to be your dad. I'm just saying that the gods did the right thing, okay? And the words we share with young people can leave a lasting lasting impact. And today has been a beautiful reminder of just the role that parents, caregivers, and of course the role models play in helping girls grow their confidence and also their resilience into becoming young women. So thank you to everyone who shared their message with us, and to all the dads and father figures supporting the girls in their lives. Thank you to our G-man over here at this table. From all of us, happy Father's Day, G. Happy
Thanks,
Father's Day.
Well done, Dad.
Especially to you, Mokwena.
Choose confidence. Dove is the perfect first deodorant for teens. Gentle on skin, effective on sweat.
Now, last week, I had the absolute honor and privilege of attending an exclusive fragrance masterclass, now this time hosted by Glamour and Woolworths Beauty. It was a beautiful evening of fragrance discoveries, insights, meaningful conversations, offering a deeper appreciation for the art of beauty and also the art of self-expression. So let's have a smell and dive right in. Today I'm out at Woolworths at Tiger Valley Mall because I have a seat at the table at an exclusive fragrance masterclass in conversation with Glamour Chief and Editor Nontando Mposo, as well as Woolworths Beauty. And we're going to find out about the art of layering when it comes to fragrances and finding our signature scent. So let's go on and smell good. Nontando, so tonight the masterclass is all about fragrance. Why did you choose this topic and what are you expecting out of the conversation?
I mean, fragrance is every girl's favorite topic. It's about building your fragrance wardrobe. If we look at it in a more simple way, go with the flow. It depends on who you are and have fun with your taste. And of course, at every W Beauty or Woolies counter, there's always an expert to guide you into the right direction.
And when it comes to the fragrance journey, no two paths look the same. But that's why you come to Woolworths Beauty, your one-stop destination. Whether you're looking for your signature fragrance, something bold, something unique, or something that just feels like the skin that you're in, they definitely have so many options for both men and women. This one in particular, it's called Soul, and it's absolutely delicious to make you feel uniquely you. Ocean, I've got to say on behalf of the people, thank you for putting a masterclass like this together. But when it comes to the brand, why was it so important for you to tackle this conversation?
From a brand point of view, we also understand that beauty is very personalized. It's all about experiences. And to continue building this beautiful world of Woolworths Beauty destination within our spaces. So I'm very excited that we can have those conversations as we're also building this community that, of course, we want to grow with, and they can trust us when it comes to anything beauty.
As the beauty besties gathered around the table, what are you hoping that we're going to take away from tonight in terms of value?
You're going to learn how to layer what fragrances does. You would know fragrance, it's personal. It takes you somewhere. It's a mood. So we're hoping you're going to take that today, as we've been doing throughout all the time, and you must enjoy it. It's going to be a beautiful evening.
Well, Ocean, here is to smelling good. Our favorite has entered the frame. It is Mr. Corey himself. Let's talk about the topic that you're delving into. Why was it so important for you to touch on that? And what are you hoping to achieve?
So fragrances is a very special topic, something that I absolutely love. And there's so much more conversations that one can have about fragrances, about identity, self-expression, and also all the trends. Very exciting. So I'm hoping that we can all have beautiful conversation and just have a good time tonight.
Tonight is a beautiful coming together of minds, including yourself and Nontando. So what is it like being in conversation with her throughout this masterclass?
Working with Nontando has been a dream. She is so inspirational and she makes work so much easier. I absolutely love her energy, and she's my beauty bestie as well, so we get along so well. It's actually very sad that today is our last, the grand finale, but we're gonna make sure that we're gonna go out with a bang tonight.
Our consumers are obsessed with innovation, and in fragrances, we actually just can't keep up. So right now for the ladies, think Amani, Power of You. Yes. Think YSL Berry Crush, absolutely insatiable fragrance. For the gents, of course, Versace Najim, you cannot go wrong with. It is strong, it is a beautiful fragrance. They can smell you before you enter the room. And of course, you can never go wrong with Jean-Paul Gaultier. The La Male Alexa right now is the hottest male fragrance. tonight's masterclass. I loved it. I really don't know much about fragrances besides for the fact that I love smelling good. And so the fact that we went into depth about the best pairings to put together, the order of application, I didn't know that was a thing. And I also loved, like, everyone at the table was so sweet and asking really insightful questions and also like sharing their own experiences with scent, because it's not just about scent, but also on emotion and memory. So it was lovely.
Thanks to Woolworths Beauty and Glamour, discovering the art of fragrance and the perfect amount of layering has never been this easy or even inspiring. So here's to making bolder choices when it comes to our fragrances, expressing our individuality and finding the perfect match all in one place.
What a beautiful time we had, and I'm just going to say happy birthday to Corey once again. That was the perfect way to get into a new year. Now, it was truly an evening to remember, filled with fascinating fragrance discoveries, expert insights, and inspiring conversations. So here's to finding your signature scent with Woolworths Beauty. You can go ahead and shop that in-store, online, and on the app. Plus, here's the best part. You get 20% off selected fragrances until the 21st of June. That offer is available at Woolworths in-store, online, and on the app. And T's and C's can be found on woolworths.co.za.
Lovely stuff in your happy place. Happy birthday, young man. So I love the fact this morning we're like, you know, because we know we're dealing with dads, we're just doing little gentle nudges. Do you want to talk about your feelings a little bit? You want to talk, just check in, see how you're doing? Because it matters. It really does matter. And sometimes we just need to be heard. Just need to feel like we have a voice in this world. Dads can feel powerless. And I think that's where so many of the frustrations come from. So we're going to open those airwaves and have the big conversations with the big guy. Look at this beautiful face.
Terrence is in the building.
Welcome, my friend. I often see him in Woolies for some reason. We'll bump into each other doing our dad thing down shopping aisles. But he is a phenomenal father who is sending such beautiful messages out into the world. We'll tap into that after this. Welcome back, and thank you once again. I'm going to keep expressing my gratitude because it takes a lot to get the gents to come to the table, sit down and have these kind of chats. We are shining a light on the fathers who are changing the conversation around modern parenting. And someone who's doing that in spades, content creator and just lovely human being, Afro Daddy founder, Terence Mentor joins us to explore why fathers' spaces need to be created, why we need to have this freedom to be able to share experience, to ask questions, just to be heard, because raising kids is tough. Are you, big guy?
I am wonderful. It is almost Father's Day.
Almost. This is a big day for you, man, because you've chosen to make this a big part of your purpose now. And did that happen when the kids came, or was this always going to be your purpose?
You know, I wish I could be able to say yes, it was always part of the plan, but it was really after my first son arrived that I realized, oh no, we need to be talking about this fatherhood thing a lot more.
Why? Was there a moment for you? Because I think a lot of us guys, we need a moment. We need a kick in the pants. We need a shot of adrenaline, whatever that thing is, or maybe just holding a baby in those quiet little moments in the eye of the storm when they arrive. But what was lacking or missing that kind of first said, okay, hang on a minute, I need to start working on myself before I can work on them?
Well, really, it started with a bit of jealousy.
Oh, wow, okay.
I would see the kind of communities that were available to my wife. For moms. You know, there was a lot of conversations being had around how moms can support each other.
From the antenatal group upwards, yeah.
Straight up. Across social media, there was a lot of these conversations that we had. And look, don't get me wrong, moms deserve it and need all of that support. But I looked around and there was just nothing available for me. There was no one having serious conversations, funny conversations, helpful conversations, relatable conversations about my experience, and that's where this all got started.
And it starts with you sharing your experience, and you're really good at doing that, and you bring humor in as well, and you've got quite unconventional family stories within your beautiful little family as well, which, I've got adoption in my family as well, which raises a completely different level of questions. You've got to keep looking at it from a different angle, but in terms of yourself and understanding what's required for a man to go there. Have you figured that out yet? Because you do get guys talking, you prompt dads to be proactive. How do we go about that?
I think what really happens is that you need to see a father, a dude, a guy who's gone through it before you, talk about it. You need someone, if it's someone overseas, hopefully someone locally that you can really relate to better. You need to see someone do the things that you wish you were able to do or wish that you could do. You need to see them do it, and then you need to replicate that. So that's really the moment that I think a lot of men need. I know I needed to see that, where there was an American content creator and I was like, whoa, that's really great. But US and South Africa are completely different worlds.
Might as well be AI.
Exactly. And so that's when I realized, no, we need to start having these conversations more. So seeing other fathers do it is a catalyst for everything else.
When the content started to go out online and you started to get the feedback and Jen started talking, it's not like, it doesn't feel like you're providing solutions. Often it'll be silly little things. Like for me, I get great help from seeing how to do hair for me. I don't know, this must be something that you think about daily. But what works for you? What has the reaction been like for you on your platform, man?
So the public platform doesn't get a lot of response from dads yet, because we know that dads are kind of shy about this. But what does happen is, on the street, I'll get stopped. And a dad will say, hey, you said something and I totally related. I thought I was the only one.
You see, I don't post stuff. It's certainly not about parenting, but I consume a lot, dude. Yeah. I consume a lot. You seem to be tapping into something beautiful yourself, and it's obviously something hugely rewarding. And this, I think you're wanting to spread this. I keep asking everyone to oversimplify. If you could go back a few years and just simplify this parenting gig for yourself, how do you think, if I gave you 30 seconds to describe parenting to the past version of Terence, how would you do it?
I would say parenting is all about making the safest space for your child. As a father, that's your job. You need to be your child's safe space, whatever that means. And so I think that's what parenting is really all about.
the way your tone and your velocity slowed down, whatever that means.
Yes, it could be.
It could be
sometimes
anything.
it means knowing how to do hair.
Exactly. You don't understand. And I'm getting that in even more complex ways, which I love. The bottom line is, yet again, representation matters in this space. And it's another privilege I'm going to steal. But dads need to see themselves represented. As a guy who didn't grow up with that father figure, conventionally, I got to dip into my friends' unbelievable moments, those father figures, the guys around me, my contemporaries in this beautiful industry, and I learned so much. But it does start with holding up a mirror. So start there this morning, gents. Maybe start with complimenting yourself this morning. That's something guys don't do well either. You're amazing.
Oh, you too.
It goes without saying that winter is coming. So are you ready? Before symptoms strike, choose relief that you can trust. Now for coughs, croup and bronchitis, keep Lennon borstripples. For relief of coughs and chronic bronchitis, keep Lennon Turlington. Keep Lennon cough mixture to relieve phlegmy coughs and Lennon Vittalcies for relief of colds, fever and mild asthma attacks. Choose an original, Lennon, timeless and trusted since 1898. So listen up, Mzansi, we're taking the shortest of breaks so you can refill your tea and coffee. And when we come back, some more inspiration with gifting when it comes to Father's Day. And what is a gift without some biltong for our dads? We'll get back into Bake That Thing with our delicious braai broodjies. And this time around, the twist is biltong. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Dads, I'm offering lots of fatherly advice today, so I'm going to stay on my soapbox. Father's Day is a time to pause and celebrate the men, those that guide us, support and inspire us with their strength, their wisdom and their unwavering love.
It's true.
Because a dad love, it never wavers. I'll tell you one thing.
Consistency.
Dads might waver under the pressure of life, but the love never does.
But the love stays the same. So please join us as we honor all the incredible dads and father figures in our lives by sharing some heartfelt memories and exploring meaningful ways to make Dad's Day feel truly special this coming Sunday. So Graham, you are a dad.
Yes.
You're a dad of 2. So when you think about Father's Day, I mean, does it still resonate with you? What does it mean to you?
It's a big thing, man.
Yeah.
It's it's one of those things. It's not so much the expression of love or the devotion, those sorts of things. It is great to have it expressed. We don't really want things. It is nice to be treated because I think we often don't treat ourselves, or guys are kind of set in their ways. but it's a journey that keeps giving you so much. It's just the best thing that can happen to a guy. It's a before and after kind of thing. So it's not like we need a day to be reminded. Honestly, it's a
Do you welcome
validation.
gifts and socks and...
I love devotion. No, I'm about ritual and talismans. So if I've got something, and I get a lot of strength out of that. So if I've got something that was given to me by my son, I've got a little shark's tooth that was brought to me that I'll use it for big MC gigs. He'll use it for his karate tournaments. My bracelet broke, by the way, but I've got it in a box, and Georgia and I will remake it probably another 50 times as we do every few weeks.
But even that is part of it.
But that in itself is exactly, and that's when the last time it broke, I thought it was too much for my little heart to handle. And then she was fine, and she was like, no, but we can do this, and I wanted to add more things. I'm like, okay, actually, sometimes you've got to meet them where they are. But these sorts of things, when you get to rally behind it, it's beautiful for a dad.
I love it. When I think about Father's Day, it makes me emotional because my dad is not a big gift person. He always just says to us, as long as I have my family and my health, I'm sorted. And growing up, I was like, boring. Like, let's do something great. Let's
you were
go
trying
to
to take his health every day.
I was testing it. But now I understand it, being a little bit older, a bit more mature, a bit more understanding and wiser. And I just want to spend time with him. And that's what he appreciates most.
I feel like I do get to spend a bit of time with him and that I have a responsibility to treat you in a particular way because that's what you expect. What is it about the way that he brought you up that informed this level of self-value? Do you make that correlation?
I do. I think the way my dad consistently showed up for me throughout really set the bar high. The fact that I would just say one thing or ask one thing or maybe not even ask, and he would be there immediately. If he's out in Paul playing golf and I'm like, Dad, but he'll be there within 2 minutes. I don't know. I don't make the rules on the road. I don't know how he does it.
Gotta go.
But he shows up each and every time. And so that kind of laid the expectation for my husband to be like, that's just how life needs to happen.
And often we just make our way. You've got to show up. Doesn't matter whether you're doing it right or wrong. So let's see how you guys are feeling on this very emotional groundswell of a day. And I love the fact that we've had some great messages. Bukasile saying, the best lesson my dad gave me wasn't from a book, it was showing up again. Every single day, consistency, discipline, love without words. That is my dad's legacy. When you say words like legacy to your dad, that in itself, he will love you forever in that sense, even more.
Because I'm sure your dad appreciated that. Let's see, Dwayne Klaassen. I value my father's resilience the most. Life threw him curveballs, but he taught me that you get up, you dust off, and you keep providing for your people with a smile. I can relate to that. My dad definitely has been through the most. He didn't have his matric, but he went and studied. I remember growing up when he was in his 40s, I'd get up and go to school and he's there with a lamp, just studying.
Can I finish a thought I made yesterday? Because I was very judgy and I was screaming at women for not supporting a young man who's grinding it out, who hasn't found the dollars yet. He doesn't have his bag yet. But there is a magical other side to that journey. Young men, if you haven't got your bag yet, find yourself a girl that appreciates what you are willing to do for her. The effort that you put in, that is the value. If you've got money, it's easy to spend money. It really is. If you don't have money, spending money becomes a lot more challenging. And there are ways that you can show your appreciation as a father by showing up that don't require the cash.
It's true.
Simple as.
Well, speaking about cash, while we do appreciate our Father's Day, we want to remind you that you do stand the chance to win a 2,000 Rand Woolies gift card. Reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and just answer this question. Why is Woolworths your go-to destination for finding the perfect Father's Day gift? We've got so many reasons
just look at the table. Just look at the table, man.
Don't forget to use that hashtag Woolies Father's Day. That competition closes at midnight, Sunday, 21 June. And T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Great, choose one. You get to choose one.
Oh, I thought you brought it all for me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm feeling the biltong looks amazing.
I knew you'd go for the biltong. Happy Father's Day from the team.
And it's a dad-sized biltong right there. Dun, dun, dun.
Gone in 60 seconds. It came with a tagline.
I love it. Free range all the way. Beautiful reminder of just how special our dads are, those father figures, how important they are. So we're going to wish all of you a very happy Father's Day filled with love, joy, biltong, and hopefully more beautiful memories made with the ones that we love the most.
Shop everything you need to gift your dad or father figures at Woolworths, available in store, online and on the app. And if you're still looking for the perfect Father's Day gift, visit Woolworths stores tomorrow, Saturday 20 June from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and make your gift extra special with complimentary engraving, personalization and beautiful gift wrapping services at these select stores.
And
so make sure that you do that.
Yeah, we love that.
Do you love that?
Engrave it if you can. We absolutely love that. If you can bake it, we love it even more. I think, yes, it's time to bake that thing.
Bake that thing.
That's right. It is time to bake that thing. Now, when we last left you, Carissa was busy flipping roaster cook on the braai, and I'd like to show you where we've ended up. First of all, let's talk about the stokbrood, okay? Very daring, but talk about a stokbrood. Have you ever seen stokbrood as beautiful as this? We've got the stokbrood, then we've got the rectangle beautiful roaster cooks. And let me also tell you, Carissa was manning that fire during the ad breaks. When you were chilling, she was busy flipping roaster cook. And look how beautiful they are.
I kept asking Oki, I'm like, which ones did I make? And he's like, this whole display.
The whole display.
The whole display. Look at your what do you say, stokbrood?
Listen, you killed it.
I'm going to take this with me. I'm going to visit my baker in my area and then get the dough and do it for my family on Sunday.
There we go. And you should. You must. So
but I also want to do this that you're doing now.
So this is a little easier take on a Bake That Thing Friday recipe.
Okay.
We've done the roaster cook. Now we're going to do like a garlic, biltong, cheese, braai bread.
Gosh.
Okay. We South Africans, we love a garlic bread, you know, but it's also easy to make it ourselves. So we're going to start with some garlic butter.
More butter, more better.
More butter, more better. And don't.
Tell them.
Must I buy unsalted butter? No! No! You buy salted butter. Okay.
I thought you were going to have the margarine versus butter debates.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Have you seen the price of butter? I'm not going to fight with anyone that says I'm going to use margarine.
Okay.
There we go. But the salted butter is what you're going to use. You're going to be so crazy aggressive with black pepper.
Ooh.
Okay? Black pepper, when you use it as an ingredient, especially like through fat, it permeates beautifully. You actually get the flavor of pepper. Not just that punch, you get the flavor. We're going to add more salt because you do need it.
Lovely.
Garlic.
The garlic, again, got to ask, fresh garlic cut up or the one in the container?
I'm going to go even further.
Ooh.
If you have garlic powder, you can use it. If you have granulated, the dried garlic, use it.
Wow.
If you've got this garlic, use it. I'm not going to be fussy about it. Just make sure you use garlic.
That's why we love you, Clem.
In. And then parsley, okay?
Okay, good.
If you wanted to at home, you could do like smoked chili flakes.
Ooh.
You could do, I'm trying to think, what wouldn't you add in here? You can just go crazy.
Dhania? Coriander?
Add the dhania, add the coriander, add, everybody's still on that chili crunch vibes.
Yes.
Add chili crunch to it.
Graham loves the chili crunch.
Can I tell you what also works? This is a top hack.
Yeah.
Bovril.
No, you see, you lost me. You have lost me.
I know. If you wanted to create something really, really amazing, get your electric hand mixer and mix Bovril into butter. It makes beefy butter.
You know what? Because Bovril's beef stock.
Right, concentrated. You end up with this amazing, especially with this recipe, because we are going to use biltong.
Biltong anyway.
If you wanted to boost that beefy flavor, Bovril.
Bovril or Marmite?
Oh, Marmite?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're going to add the actual thing, right?
Biltong goes in.
Biltong goes in. You can chop it up. You can keep it chunky. Because if you look over here, this one
I
over
thought
here.
it was a sausage roll. Look at that.
Look at that. I'm eating that. I'm eating
That's
that.
for you. We kept that for you.
Cheese. How many cheeses can you name in 10 seconds?
Gruyere, Camembert, Brie, Cheddar, Gouda. Something Boomskas.
Bombs who?
Boerenkaas.
Boerenkaas. There we go. All of those will
Blue
work.
cheese, gorgonzola.
All of those will work. I can't think of a cheese that wouldn't work. Even, you know what does work? Processed cheese. The one
controversial.
The name, the second part of the brand is a flower, a rose, and it's a girl's name.
Okay.
Mal.
Yes.
Mix it in.
I love that stuff. We all grew up eating it. Come on.
Can you mix?
Okay.
That person,
I thought it was going in the microwave. Oh, the butter's soft.
The butter should be soft. Then we're going to make the slices, not all the way through.
And this is just like a French loaf of bread.
Guys, where did you get this bread from? This is the type of bread you need, okay? Not a baguette. A baguette is a little too firm. Also, baguettes are made of sourdough, so it's not the texture you're looking for. This is like a French loaf, okay? You don't want the fancy stuff because you want it to be so
You're making me work today.
I'm sorry, friend. Okay, how are we doing there?
Good. No, good.
Yeah.
What are we looking for, though?
Yeah, we're gonna get it in the mix. If it's not evenly mixed through, it's fine.
Is that okay?
Just do some extra cheese over the top and you're good. At home, because my new favorite thing in the kitchen to work with is on my hands, but I feel so professional because I got those black gloves now, the black latex gloves.
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite thing in the kitchen. I feel so profesh. What I would do at home, because it is the best way to work with it, I would put my black glove on, get some of the butter, and then
stuff it in between.
It's so much easier.
So what do we do if we don't have the glove?
We're gonna go spoon.
Oh my gosh. I loved my braai broodjie, but this is gonna go down.
Yo, it is so good because now, you know the problem with the braai broodjie is when you get the cheese flavor one?
Yeah.
Where's the cheese? Where's it? Then it's like 2 little sprinkles, papa. That's cheese.
You're looking for cheese pool?
No,
there's no cheese pool.
I want cheese pool. If you say garlic, cheese, and biltong, where's it at? I want to see it. So you're in charge of it now. So you get to manage the stuffing. How much biltong you want, put it in. You want a crazy amount of garlic, put it in. You want all the cheese, put all the cheese in.
Put all the cheese in, put all the butter in.
Put it in.
We're not judging on Father's Day. Calories do in fact not count on Father's Day.
At all.
We're going to do a taste test in just a little bit. I mean, Graham is here. He's actually crawling underneath here because he's waiting to taste our braai broodjie and our braai garlic bread cheese biltong deliciousness. Scan the QR code if you want to get involved. We'll see you after the break for more bread tasting. Yum. Okay.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We've had a little bit of everything. And yes, we've been focused on our dads, but dads like to party, okay? We like a good tune, especially when the tunes are as strong as they are today. We are joined by two of South Africa's rising music stars. Kurt April has lit up stages from Ultra South Africa to Billboard Africa. Well, Anika Kiana, she continues to make waves with chart-topping pop hits. She's an angry young lady, okay, but she's getting it off her chest, and we love it for her. But she is, most importantly, preparing for her first big international festival performance in Portugal. And together they've delivered some unbelievable collabs. Your Love and their latest release, Light My Fire. Let's light that fire. Check this out. man, now only I could hear that in my ear. They couldn't even hear it, and I could still see their little bodies. Like, please, I want to hear the beat because it's amazing. Can we get a round of applause, please, for two superstars? It feels weird just calling you Kurt, you know,
Yeah.
Mr. April.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome, guys. Congratulations. When radio loves it, we must love it in the world. I want to ask this question to you both because I think you are in your moment of becoming, and we talk a lot about this because you're young and you're on this beautiful trajectory. But it kind of feels like it's about commercialization now. It's making this a business. Was there a point, because maybe it's two different paths here from a pop and a DJ's lane, what was the button push for you to say, okay, I can do this?
Yeah, I think for me, it's always just been, I've always had like such a large love for music, you know, so it was just natural to kind of want to get out and kind of play in front of people. I think that was kind of like my big push to just make people happy. And like, it's so cool to be performing in front of a crowd and seeing like how you are like creating memories for people, you know, so it's a really
And then
cool
they
experience.
invited you to Ultra, and then
Yeah,
boom.
you know, that was also really, that's such a peak in my career.
It's amazing. Now, well, you're just getting started, buddy. Don't even be using the P word,
Yeah.
okay? Portugal's a P word. You can use that. How are you feeling about that stage?
Very excited, very nervous. I remember the last time I was here, I still told you guys there's something, you know, potentially brewing, and yeah, it's actually finally everything's been confirmed. So
Manifestation station,
super
babe. I
excited.
keep telling you.
I know. Every time I'm here.
You guys are manifesting some big beats around you, a bit of a retro feel to it as well, and you are old souls, which I like, and I like the fact that you are single-handedly bringing punk rock into the pop space, which we love you for. What is the magic in the water here? What is it about your two kind of quite different paths that blend so beautifully together?
I think that's what kind of makes it beautiful, is that we come from like two different worlds in the music world, and we kind of bring that together and like bring in her pop, punk, rock, like that kind of lyrics, and putting it in something that could play at a festival, you know, that wouldn't normally play at a festival, you know. So yeah, and we've been friends for quite some time as well. So it's kind of a very natural thing for us to work together.
Yeah.
So what does that naturally look like? Does it feel like you're working with a producer or another artist, or how does the relationship work in that sense, or is it just mates playing?
Yeah, I would say so. She always takes like 10 years to reply to my messages though. Like if I send her a song, I'll wait at least, you know, a month or so. But I'll always grill her for this. I'll always grill her for this.
She might have ADHD like the rest of us, okay? Yeah, exactly, okay? We procrastinate for a good reason, okay?
I procrastinate a lot, no, but honestly, like working with Kurt is literally like working with one of my best friends. It doesn't even feel like work. He will literally send me a song that he's produced, and he'll be like, are you keen to be on this track? And I'll be like, yeah, this is so cool. And then we'll be like, okay, cool. When are we available to get in the studio? And then it literally just feels like we're two friends hanging out.
Just messing
Yeah,
about.
it just works very nicely.
I mean, do you get a call every day? Oh, do you mind? Can I just use your voice? Do you mind collaborating on this? Because it feels like that to us, okay? No, I think what you guys are doing is you're showing how this industry works. We all rise together.
Exactly.
It's as simple as that.
100%.
Congratulations, guys. Congratulations on nothing other than the commercial success of your music, because that's what we want. Now, we love the big stages, and they must only get bigger, but we love having them here. We're going to get a slightly dressed down version to kickstart a very dressed up weekend. It's a Friday, lest we forget. So you're going to get a performance from these two absolute superstars in just a moment.
Oh, and we look forward to that to get the weekend kick-started. For now, though, let's get the final hour started with your national news headlines at the top of the hour. Where the Polokwane High Court has concluded one of the world's largest rhino horn trafficking cases, bringing an end to legal proceedings that lasted more than 15 years. Hunting safari operator Davi Groenewald was fined 2 million rand after entering a plea agreement. Now, he and co-accused Tilman Erasmus faced more than 1,700 charges, including racketeering, money laundering, and illegal rhino hunting. Now, authorities describe Groenewald as the mastermind behind large-scale trafficking enterprises. The lengthy case was marked by repeated delays, with several witnesses passing before testifying. In other local news, the Border Management Authority has processed a record 1,129 Malawian nationals, and that's in a single day as part of a coordinated repatriation operation. 17 buses transported the undocumented migrants, all of whom were issued emergency travel certificates through the Malawian High Court Commission. Now, authorities conducted biometric fingerprint verification and electronic processing before they return. In a related operation, a further 467 Zimbabwean nationals were processed for deportation through the Beitbridge port of entry. Now, Home Affairs officials say checks on Malawian nationals have so far found no wanted criminals among the group. Internationally speaking now, Kenyan President William Ruto says he was invited or has invited newly crowned Premier League champions Arsenal to visit the country following widespread celebrations among supporters. Thousands of fans filled the streets of Nairobi after the North London club secured its first league title in more than 2 decades. Now, Ruto, a longtime Arsenal supporter himself, said he hopes the team can travel to Kenya next year. The club's success triggered scenes of jubilation across the capital, with supporters dressed in Arsenal colours, celebrating the historic achievement. In other news, around 12.5 million barrels of crude oil passed through the Strait of Hormuz yesterday after US President Donald Trump and Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian signed an agreement aimed at ending the conflict that disrupted global energy supplies. Now, the deal includes reopening the strategic waterway, as well as lifting a US blockade on Iranian ports. Oil prices fell as markets reacted positively to the development. However, fresh Israeli airstrikes in Lebanon and concerns over regional stability have raised questions about whether a broader and lasting peace can in fact be achieved. And let's close off on this note where thousands will roll out their yoga mats at the Randburg Cricket Club tomorrow as the Consulate General of India in Johannesburg hosts one of Africa's biggest international Day of Yoga celebrations. Now, this year's event, themed Yoga for Wellness, Wisdom and World Peace, will bring together families, students, wellness enthusiasts, as well as community groups across Gauteng. Guided by experienced instructors, participants will enjoy simple stretches, breathing exercises, and relaxation techniques in a welcoming outdoor setting. And more than a fitness session, the celebration aims to promote calm, connection, and community spirit. For a few hours, one of Mzansi's busiest cities will pause, breathe deeply, and also come together in the shared pursuit of balance, well-being, and friendship. Well, that's where we leave your news for this Friday. Let's get your last bit of sports from Gray.
I suppose we have to start with this one. Our World Cup watch, and South Africa have it on the board. They scored their first goal at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, battling back from a goal down to draw 1 apiece with Czechia. It was Teboho Mokoena who stepped up for a penalty in the 83rd minute after a fortuitous handball, and that levelled the score after Czechia had put themselves ahead in under 6 minutes, just to give us more grey hairs. Unbelievable turnaround in form and resilience. Great stuff there. Now, of course, elsewhere in the World Cup, Canada looked very strong, got their first win, beating Qatar 6-0. And then Switzerland also sent out a message. They made light work of Bosnia-Herzegovina, winning 4-1 in their encounter. Now we can get excited about rugby this weekend as well, as the Springboks officially kick off their 2026 rugby season. And that's tomorrow with the clash against the Barbars at Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, a standout fixture on any calendar. Now the Springboks will be looking, of course, for a repeat of the last time they were in action when they absolutely demolished Wales, 73 unanswered points in that match back in November last year. And tomorrow's game kicks off in Gqeberha officially at 3 o'clock. Good luck, boys. Now we can return to cricket and another World Cup. Of course, West Indies looking very good. Made it 2 wins now in 2 games at the Women's T20 World Cup with a 7-run victory over Scotland yesterday. So after losing the toss and being put into bat first, they embraced the opportunity, posting 153 for 6. In reply, Scotland falling just short, being bowled out on 146. After getting their first win a little bit earlier this week against Pakistan, the Proteas women returned to the field on Sunday up against our old foes, India. Now, there is, of course, another golf major to touch on as well. So much sport happening in the US at the moment. And it's Wyndham Clark who is sitting atop the US Open leaderboard at the moment with a 4-shot lead after a shortened opening round in New York yesterday. So Clark fired a 6-under-par 64 through 16 holes. That was before fading light brought play to a halt. In fact, more than 50 players were unable to complete their opening rounds. That means play will resume later today with a bit of a catch-up. That chasing pack looking to close the gap on the American. We'll certainly track that, but that's where we leave our sport for this morning. All the best of luck to the Bulls as well in the URC final. It's going to be a crazy weekend of sport. Good luck to everybody. Let's track the traffic.
Thanks, Gray. Let's see what's happening out on your roads in Durban in Mobeni. On the N2 southbound between Queen Nandi Drive and the Clare Road Bridge, there is heavy congestion that has been reported. Now, motorists heading that way should expect delays and are encouraged to practice patience. That's where we leave your roads for this morning, Mzansi. Let's get into your weather to see how we can prep you for the days ahead. We get started now in Polokwane, where you'll start your day under partly cloudy skies on this Friday. Temperatures will rise from a low of 9 degrees to a set high of 22. Now, as we anticipate the upcoming days, partly sunny conditions will persist, with tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 9 and 18. That brings us over to Klerksdorp next, where today brings partly cloudy skies. Temperatures start at a low of 8 degrees and reaches a high of 20. Now, looking ahead to the weekend, cloudy conditions move in with cooler temperatures and a 20% chance of rain this coming Sunday. That's a wrap on Klerksdorp. Let's see what Pretoria has to offer. On your side, your Friday unfolds under mostly sunny skies. Now, zoning into your temperatures, it will range between a low of 9 and a high of 20 degrees. As we look ahead, partly sunny conditions do return, with daytime highs of 18 degrees tomorrow and a high of 16 waiting for you on Sunday. And then out in the city of gold in Johannesburg, your day begins under mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures start from a chilly 6 degrees and rises to a set high of 17. Now, tomorrow does bring partly cloudy conditions with a 25% chance of light rain this coming Sunday. And then out in Mbombela, skies remain partly cloudy throughout your day. Temperatures will range between a start of 12 degrees to a high of 19. Heading into the weekend, you can expect partly sunny but also humid conditions, with daytime highs peaking at 17 degrees on both Saturday and Sunday. In the beautiful Bloemfontein now, you'll enjoy mostly sunny skies today. Temperatures will move from a cold 6 degrees but rise to a high of 19. Now, tomorrow does bring partly cloudy skies with temperatures ranging from a low of 7 to that high sitting at 19 degrees. Out in Richards Bay now, today brings partly cloudy skies with winds of up to 32 kilometers per hour. Let's check out your temperatures. You'll start at 15 and increase to 22 as your max. Now, there's a 65% chance of rain expected today, with cloudy conditions persisting throughout the weekend and even into early next week. And then out in Durban, sunny skies do persist today with strong southwesterly winds. Your temperatures will start from a low of 13 and work its way up to 22 degrees as your high. And the coming days remain partly cloudy with temperatures in those low to mid 20s. All right, Mtata, let's see what's going down on your side. Sunny skies dominate before clouds gradually increase today. Temperatures will rise from a chilly 6 degrees to a high of 17. As for tomorrow, it does bring you partly sunny skies with temperatures ranging between 8 and 21 on Saturday. In Kluba, formerly known as Craddock, on your side you'll look up to some sunny skies. There will be lingering clouds today though. As we look at your temperatures, they'll start at a freezing 3 degrees and rise to a set high of 17. The outlook does remain cloudy with sunny breaks, with tomorrow's highs reaching 20 and also those lows at 7 degrees. And then out in Kogompo City, formerly East London, you'll spend the day under mostly sunny skies with a 25% chance of rain. Now, your temperatures will range between 11 and 19 degrees. And tomorrow does bring you some sunny skies with lingering clouds, while temperatures rise from 13 to 23 degrees. That brings us to GQ out in Ebeka. It's partly cloudy skies that will define your Friday. Temperatures will range from a chilly 10 to a high of 19 degrees. Now, you can enjoy some sunny skies tomorrow. Cloudier conditions do settle in come Sunday. And then in the gorgeous George, your day remains cloudy throughout with a 25% chance of rain. Temperatures will range from a brisk 9 to a set high of 18 degrees. And as we head into the weekend, expect a mix of both cloudy and sunny conditions, with temperatures peaking at 23 degrees on both Saturday and Sunday. Further into the Western Cape now in Cape Town, expect partly cloudy conditions with noticeable southeasterly winds. Now, your temperatures will shift from a cool 12 to a high of 21 degrees. A sunny weekend lies ahead for you with warming temperatures before cloudier conditions to return from Monday. And then out in Sutherland today brings bright and sunny skies accompanied by gentle easterly winds. A bit of a cold start for you, a low of 5 degrees with that high sitting at 16. Now cloudier conditions do move in from tomorrow and continue into next week with temperatures staying in those mid to upper teens. That brings us over to Kimberley next, where partly cloudy skies do dominate your forecast for today. Your temperatures will rise from a brisk 9 to a warmer 21 degrees. Now the weekend remains cloudy and humid with cooler temperatures with a 25% chance of rain expected on Sunday. And then finally out in Uppington, skies do remain partly cloudy throughout your Friday. Temperatures will range from 12 to 24 degrees. And as we look ahead, it's mainly cloudy conditions that will settle in, with rain expected tomorrow at 45%, and then come Sunday, sitting at a chance of 40%. Hopefully you've taken some notes as to what you can prepare for your weekend ahead, and I'm hoping it hasn't ruined any weekend plans either. But let's get into putting a smile on that dial by recapping your sunrise morning view, 6 and 7 o'clock. But let's start at the top of the show with, of course, Linda Tanos, who got in touch from Pinar Strand on the Garden Route. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, this might be my favorite morning view of the entire week. That is so beautiful, Linda. She said, Linda, listen, and we definitely are paying attention. Meanwhile, out at Umkamas in KZN, Fancy Nancy Govender captured this breathtaking morning scene. The colors differ just a little bit, but the impact is just the same. So thank you, Fancy Nancy. And then finally, a drum roll for Robert Nell, who captured this beautiful morning view out in Kales River. Beautiful stuff out in Cape Town. The mother city is definitely so proud of you, Robert. And thank you, Uncle Bob, for making sure that we're all feeling good on this gorgeous, gorgeous day. A definite great way to get started when it comes to your weekend. So remember, this weekend, take a photo. Whether it is your Father's Day morning and you woke up early to capture that sunrise for memories, 0630369649. That's how you get in touch and let us know exactly what your morning is looking like.
Not feeling yourself? Fight back with one-day flu cure, packed with cinnamon power to blast flu symptoms fast, so you can power through your day.
Yep, if flu is slowing you down, it is time to bring the heat with one-day flu cure. Packed with cinnamon power, it helps to tackle a blocked nose, those body aches, the mild fever, so you can get back to your day feeling like yourself again. No time to pause life? Then power through it with one-day flu cure from Aspen. And here is a nice added bonus. 20 lucky winners stand a chance of winning 1,000 Rand in cash. So to win, all you have to do is head over to the Aspen Cough and Cold Squad Facebook page and then enter the competition. Really is that easy. One-day flu cure, blast the flu and keep it moving.
Not feeling yourself? Fight back with one-day flu cure, packed with cinnamon power to blast flu symptoms fast, so you can power through your day.
I know we've been focusing on the dads. Dads like a good Toy Story animation as well, and Toy Story 5 is here, and it seems to be asking a very important question. Could the real villain here be growing up? Small screens are entering into the story. We're going to find out who the characters are and what the storyline is. Tareen is going to step into studio to review that for us after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and I can't wait to get into this chat all around our favorite toys. Well, they say never forget your favorite toy. Of course. But what happens when toys have to compete with something that lights up, sends friend requests, and fits in your backpack?
Come on, it presses the dopamine button.
Ooh.
Well, after 7 years away from cinemas, that in itself is amazing. Toy Story 5 is here. It brings the gang back together again for obviously a brand new adventure, but this time the toys find themselves asking a surprisingly big question. In a world of screens, is there still room for imagination?
Oh my goodness, and I'm sure many parents are going, I'm asking the same thing.
Exactly.
We're finding out if there is still plenty of play left in the toy box, but before we even do that, let's take a look at the trailer.
Who poisoned the maid of honor?
Bonnie, there's a package for you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Hi there, I'm Lilypad. Let's play.
Oh, extinction! Not again!
Bonnie, screen time's over now.
What? Yeah, I got dibs on behind the dresser.
Woody! Jesse, hello? Is it as bad out there for toys as they say it is?
We're finding more abandoned toys each day.
We're down! Tech's invaded our house, too. I'm losing Bonnie to this device.
You got a friend in me.
Woody!
Came here as fast as I could. Why are you wearing a dress, Woody? It's
Bonnie needs help from someone at least from the same century. So long, toys.
We're gonna need backup. No way. She's getting away, boss! Our mission on this planet is to make a child happy.
Bonnie still needs us. Come on, Bullseye!
Buzz, you stay here. I'm going with them. You don't think I can do it?
No!
Nice poncho.
It's good to see them fighting again.
It sure is.
Iconic song. That made me emotional a little bit. That looks fantastic. Okay, joining us is Head of Content and Script Writer, Tarin Pino.
Tough job. Tough job.
You know, watching movies.
You've always got to have that laugh out loud moment to go forward. I'm sorry, when the bald spot hit the light.
That was so funny.
So clearly there's some beautiful little nuggets, some Easter eggs for the parents. It looks like a Toy Story because there is the expectation, although Jessie now steps into a slightly more central role. So break it down for us. Where do we jump off the page, Jam?
So it is very much Toy Story in the sense that it's about connection and it's about change and also that fear of being left behind, as we've seen throughout all the Toy Story films. But with this film, we meet Bonnie again, and she's a little bit older, and she's really struggling to make friends. So her parents introduced the smart tablet that you saw called Lilypad in an attempt to get her to connect with other friends, because all the friends now have tablets. And as soon as that tablet is introduced, the other toys feel replaced.
Oh my
They disappear.
And I mean, I'm not a parent yet, but it does make me think, is this a modern day story?
Absolutely.
I've seen iPad kids, my goodness, they can't even see the world around them at all. Never mind the other toys that they neglect.
Absolutely, and I think in this case, what makes it what makes the film so great is that it asks a good character. So it really asks the question of, you know, we constantly in Toy Story, we always see the kids kind of naturally changing as they get older, but here we're asking, is childhood changing? And it's really valuable.
And you've already framed the conversation beautifully, because we have to think of it along the lines of what is my responsibility in this exchange, because it becomes, I always talk about the action vacuum, but it's easy to fill that with blame. And then we think we're doing something about small screens, but we're not thinking about the underlying element of. All that being said, this isn't a political piece. This, yes, it has an agenda, clearly, but it's still got to stand up as a brilliant piece of cinema. Now, just listening to that standard music, get the dramatic ramp up but not lose it. So it feels like there's the best of what was, but an elevation, if you will.
Yes, I think in many different ways. So I think firstly, they did a phenomenal job, and it was such a good choice to focus on Jessie, because it's a character so kind of using the music and the visuals even to create Jessie's world is done in such a beautiful way. And I always say Toy Story is such a great way of making something that's plastic, essentially human. So they explore
Really
such
come to
human themes.
I
yeah.
love that. So I've got a little bit of beef with sequels because usually they're not very good. And now we're 5 movies deep. So does this hold up to the original Toy Story that we know and love?
I think it does. I think for me, so I agree with you, and I'm a huge Toy Story fan, and I kind of lost interest. The third movie, I felt like, oh, maybe we should have stopped now. But I almost feel like your kids, you don't have to show them the first movie for them to enjoy this movie. It feels very almost standalone. Because it explores Jesse's world, because it explores technology, and this is not something they could have explored in previous films. So it's a whole different conversation.
So much has changed now.
Exactly. So much has changed. How kids interact with toys, how kids interact with their parents, with each other. And this film really explores that. So it gives it, the film has a very different voice. Similar, like fun adventure, but it feels different.
It does feel like there's a bit more gravitas, word of the day, but still very much accessible. And Sporky gets a knife. Sporky's moving up in the world.
Husband and knife.
Yeah, I know. And Woody's an old man toy. I'm sorry, Woody. I know the vibe, bro. I know the...
Conan O'Brien does Smarty Pants, this potty training toy. And he adds the wacky to it. And there are so many others. There's Atlas and Snappy. And what's also interesting about this film is they show kind of older, outdated devices like a camera and stuff like that we don't necessarily use anymore. And these devices work with the older toys. So,
you see.
So many characters. I would say that you don't necessarily get the opportunity to spend as much time as you would want with every character because there are a lot of characters, so it does feel a bit full. But there are
just set it up for number 6.
Exactly.
They've just set it up for number 6.
I love it, and I love what they said. Toys are for play, but the tablets for everything.
Yes.
And that's the reality we're facing today, right? And she's multilingual.
I know.
Espanol.
I know, because we need a good, strong Spanish, Espanol in South Africa. It's amazing to me that as they do, their soft touch to carry such a big message, they just nail that. Absolutely brilliant. I'm sorry that we put you through that. It was like a terrible experience.
But you should come back again. You're really good.
Very
Selena,
much.
content head, doing an absolutely great job of reviewing Toy Story 5 out now in cinemas. Make sure that you book your tickets. We'll see you after the break.
Welcome back. The secret is officially out. From busy family homes to the hospitality industry, more and more people across Gauteng are turning to Mambo's Storage and Home for clever storage, stylish organization, and yes, incredible value.
As they should. I mean, here's why Mambo's has become everybody's not-so-secret secret.
The secret is out. Homeowners all over Gauteng are discovering that Mambo's is the secret to making their homes their happy zones. And now, hospitality businesses are also discovering it too. From guest houses to boutique lodges and busy restaurants, Mambo's Storage and Home Essentials are perfectly durable, perfectly priced, and perfectly styled. Whether you are running a busy household or a thriving hospitality business, it's easy to get 100% sorted at Mambo's. Can you tell us about the different kinds of businesses that shop here frequently?
There are restaurants that shop at us, there are B&Bs, there are guest houses, there are cleaning companies, catering companies, events coordinators, and schools. And you know what else? Coffee shops.
Behind every great home and kitchen restaurant is one non-negotiable: cleanliness. Mambo's cleaning range is designed for efficiency at scale, from hospitality to office spaces and even home use. Think durable buckets, industrial strength cleaning tools, and everything you need to keep operations running hygienically. A lot of people in Gauteng are discovering Mambo's Storage and Home because we're looking for more practical ways to make our homes work smarter without compromising on style. But also, it helps and is a plus that it is affordable. With 4 Gauteng locations, including Irene, Midrand, Newmarket, and Castlegate, getting organized has never been this easy. While you're in store, don't forget to ask about the VIP loyalty card for even more value every time you shop.
So this little card, it's a VIP buying card, qualifies you as a business to come into our store, sign up with us, and get immediate discount.
What surprised me the most about the range of products that they offer here at Mambo's today is number one, variety. Aesthetically pleasing solutions that they have for every space in your home. It's one of those spaces where you walk in for one thing and then all of a sudden you are just inspired to recreate the rooms in your house. So I love that it caters for unique needs and wants as well. From pantry perfection to office organization, Mambo's has become a go-to for smart, affordable storage solutions to make your home your happy zone. One organization tip that I can offer is once everything in your home has a designated space, cleaning up becomes so much easier. And one way to do it is by developing systems for yourself. And for those who love cooking, baking, and entertaining, this is where practicality meets style. You'll find everything from glassware and baking essentials to bathroom organizers that make everyday living feel more intentional. Even the little ones are covered with creative storage, school organization tools, and fun, craft-friendly solutions. It's all about giving kids space to learn, play, and staying organized. Want to stand a chance to win a 1,000 Rand Mambo's voucher? It's easy. Make your home your happy zone. Simply buy any product at any Mambo's Storage and Home store in Gauteng, snap a photo of your purchase and send it to your local store's WhatsApp number. That's it. You're in the draw. So go to your nearest Mambo's today and get your happy zone sorted. Remember, buy, snap, win.
At Mambo's Storage and Home, you'll find all the tools, utensils, and tricks you need to make your home your happy zone. For your nearest store, visit www.mambos.co.za.
Our girl Kukle, always plugging us into the good stuff. And now it's so easy to see why Mambo's Storage and Home has truly become the go-to destination for everybody making their homes their happy zones.
So you can now find them in Kyalami, that's near Midrand, Newmarket, Alberton, the Castle Gate in Pretoria, and then Irene in Centurion. And please, please, please don't forget to ask about their VIP loyalty cards. It makes a big difference, even more value. And you can even, not that I thought you could find more in this space, but literally you'll see even more deals that you can access. You will leave with a lot. So brace yourself, but you'll spend a lot less.
I love to see it. Well, right now, we're going to get those Friday feels absolutely going, because taking to the stage for their first ever collab called Your Love is Kurt April and Anika Kiana.
What's up, everybody? This is Your Love, Kurt April times Anika Kiana. Let's go.
Yeah. My home is where your heart beats. You won't struggle to find me. Wherever you are, I'll be. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. Since we last tried, but right there in your arms I come alive, waiting for the moment, for the right time to tell you that your heart is mine. Your love, everything reminds me of your heart, 'cause everything reminds me of you. Thank you so much.
Yes, come on. That's that Friday energy that we're talking about, all about your love. And we've got so much love to give right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Anika Kiana, Kurt April, we are going to come back with them really soon for yet another song, lighting our fire from the bottom up. And then, of course, we get back into the kitchen for cooking a dessert. We haven't had something sweet, and we're doing the Queen of Pudding, but a rusk version. Really interesting to see how Graham and Clem come together with something good to close up our Friday. We'll see you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to the kitchen. A little bit earlier this week, I took you behind the scenes to see how Woolies' iconic rusks are made at a local factory. I've never seen a kind of hands-on operation on that scale. It was amazing. Well, today, we're going to take that same beloved pantry staple from tea time favorite to show-stopping dessert, and it's been stopping traffic literally in our studio. Chef Clem Pedro is here with a delicious recipe inspired by these classic rusks, transforming them into a comforting and nostalgic queen of puddings that's perfect for sharing with family and friends. As I said, queen of puddings, there are some people who know what that is, right?
Apparently.
It's a thing, yeah?
It's a thing, right? Yeah, so I found this recipe in Taste, and Abigail, amazing. This is her recipe. And it's really a recipe about trusting the process.
Okay.
Because it goes through some, like, forms, but it comes out looking beautiful, and it's layers of what is then rebaked rusks with beautiful jam and then a meringue on the top. And it's the textures, it's the flavors that come together to create one actually easy but really delicious dessert.
I'm wanting to like this a lot. Like, there's a lot going on here, but it does make me nervous because we're taking a rusk, man, and we're turning it into that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at its heart, it's a beautiful dough that's been created, so surely we can use that.
We're just hydrating the dough again, and then we are baking it again.
Okay, so I love that. Okay, and this also feels like it could be on the prawn cocktail list. This feels like one of those recipes that could exist quite comfortably in the 50s, you know, in a magazine quarterly type thing coming out, you know, something fun to try at home. So there is something quite nostalgic about this as well, which feels beautiful, yeah.
It does look nostalgic, but I've never had this before. It's like, where have you imprinted yourself in my mind? Anyway. And I do think as we've got the connection with like jam-based desserts as well.
Oh, we love it in South Africa.
We love it, absolutely. So it ticks a couple of boxes. So let's see how it comes together. In here, I have got milk.
Okay.
And someone asked the question earlier. It's 2026 when someone asks, is that cow's milk?
Okay, yes.
True question. Yes, it is cow's milk. Could you do this with rice milk, almond milk? Yes.
Because you just need the rehydration element, eh?
Absolutely. Your little Clement Gold over there. There you go. Stay fresh.
Thank you so much.
We're going to mix the citrus because it's citrus season. So we're going to go with a little bit of the Clement Gold and a little bit of the... Okay. It's a little smooth, okay? Little bit of Clement Gold and lemon zest. Let's see. Have we got a zester here? Graham's taking a walk.
We're going to have a little wander around our beautiful studio and see if there's any...
I was just about to say, you really do have to use the zest. You get so much flavor out of the zest. So do use your Clement Gold zest and your lemon gold zest. Are we going to... You know what I want you to do at home, kids? I want you to use your imagination.
No, you do have the smell button on your TV.
Yes.
Just press it. We're going to, on another plane, send another plane through here. Look at that micro plane. There we go.
It's okay, it's better, it's better.
Right.
So we're going to go with our Clement Gold, we're going to go with our lemon zest, so we're going to infuse the milk with flavor. And the flavor that you get out of it, even out of one Clement Gold, is wild.
Well, I mean, think about what they've done to get the flavor out. And we are dealing with hyper fruit flavors here. Hence why they've kind of made a sector for themselves. Let's be honest. You get fruit, you get citrus, then you get Clement Gold, and it sits in its own place.
In a very different
So play with the nuance of that. What is the difference between a lemon, an archie, an orange? Well, let's see. Let's find out.
There we go. Exactly. And that is the difference.
Cute as well, man.
The flavor, and right now the kitchen just smells absolutely amazing.
Beautiful.
So now, we've infused the milk with our citrus. We've got some eggs over here. We're going to temper it.
Just the yolks, or is that the whole egg?
Just the yolks.
Okay.
So we're going to keep the egg whites for the meringue. So we're going to slowly pour in our milk while we do this. And the idea is we don't want, not the idea, the reason is we don't want to scramble the eggs by adding a whole lot of hot liquid to it. So we slowly increase the temperature of the eggs, bringing it up to temperature, and then once we get there, we're good.
Think of yourself getting into a bath.
Yes.
Maybe if you've made the mistake of getting into your wife's bath after she is finished, and it's the same as the surface of the sun in its temperature. Do you understand what I mean? You've just got to just think of your Bain Marie as that. Just ease yourself in, okay? It smells amazing, and again, it's not so foreign. We've done this before. We've mixed citrus. We've had milk.
Trust the process.
Trust the process. I understand.
So we're going to now pour this over the rusks. The rusks are going to hydrate them. This is going to become the base of our dessert. We're going to give it a second. Once the liquid has disappeared, we'll add more. Well, there's a bit of
because it's going to soak it up. You know, that's what they've been designed to do.
Then we're going to bake it. Stay with me. Stay with me. Then we're going to bake it. What we're going to end up with is this base. Now, you can mush it or kind of let it sit and then work with that bass as is?
I think what you've done here, the landscape that you get is what you get. And I quite like that because my little brain is like my immaturity level comes out. I'm trying to think what the Rusks would have looked like before they got transformed. But now we're not playing.
Now we're going with the jam. And again, because with such a few ingredients, the quality of the ingredients you use means a lot. So if you want a good result, get yourself some of that good farm style.
But get the extra fruit, man.
The extra fruit.
For me, I'm proving how South African I am. Apricot jam is... I didn't realize there were other jams, actually, until I left boarding school. And then I was like, what do you mean? What is a strawberry? I don't understand this. There's nothing quite like it, hey? So this is the kind of inspiration you'll find at taste.co.za. When Abigail and her team put something together, they don't play.
They don't play. It's a good one. And you can go crazy with the amount of jam you also use. And like you said already, apricot, melon, citrus, go crazy with
Even
it.
some marmalade in there,
Oh,
man.
absolutely. Now you got some meringue from those egg whites that we kept earlier. We just whipped that up. And now you're going to, I don't want you to even look at that one.
Okay.
I want you to feel it, okay? You pick it up and you, bam!
Okay.
Whatever you have to do, get the meringue on there. I don't want it to be pretty. That's the last word. I want rustic. I want original. I want Zeitz, Mocha, meets. Help me out, yeah.
Meets.
Gustav
the Twin Towers. No, we want to put
Van
more.
Gogh with both ears. Carissa likes that one. And meets Mozart. Mozart played music. Performed. You know, it's
Look
there.
at that. It's becoming a bit
I like
of a
the hole in the
refurb.
middle. I don't know why. I like the hole in the middle.
I do like the hole in the middle first. I'm not holding back, eh?
Now, someone was very silly because they left a blowtorch in the kitchen.
Yes, they did.
With 2 boys.
Yes, they did, my friend. Okay. I've tried to give us some crazy peaks.
I love it. This can go to the oven, but you can also have fun with it. Power tools. No, you deserve it.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, yes.
Is there a...
No, there's no
safe
method.
distance?
There's no method.
Oh, my word.
Oh, sorry, there is a method. There is a method. You want to kind of start off by just lightly going over the spots so you can see how quickly it caramelizes. Once you get the motion of the ocean, you can then start. And you can start smelling things.
Oh, my word.
You can
Look at that.
see things.
Look at that.
Every dad wants power tools and a flamethrower.
But here's
Just
the
saying.
deal. If you're going to make this, you've got to let him do the flamethrowing.
You let him do it. And then you get yourself a spoon. I mean, don't even dish this up.
Happy Father's Day. Enough said. Give in to your winter cravings with the Woolies Dunkard Festival. My Difference members get 25% off 2 selected Woolies coffees as well, rusks and hot chocolates, while all of us get 20% off 2 until the 21st of June. So shop the Dunkard Festival at Woolworths in-store, online, or on the amazing app. T's and C's can be found on woolworths.co.za. This is how we lost our hair initially, Because he leaned too close to the fire.
I started with the afro this morning.
Go.
Sorry, before I was standing in between them, it was a bit awkward. Am I fine here?
Must I introduce it to which camera? Oh, you introducing it. Okay, so I don't have to stress.
Yeah, can you guys go, is it start with the vocal? No.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back on this Friday. Let's get it going. We're going to end up the show like a weekend it deserves. We've got two greats next to us, Kurt April and Nika Kiana, lighting our fire. Take it away.
Voices in my head sounding like you now. Trying to figure out how to turn it down. I turn up the music to drown you out. I'm trying to get through this, so I play it out loud. I turn up the music to drown you out. I'm trying to get through this, so I play it out loud. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like a fire. As the music's getting higher, feel the rhythm like a fire.
That was too cool. That was the best way to kickstart the weekend.
How many songs do we need for a full album? What's the rule?
At least 4.
13.
Okay, well, please will you write another 9 to 13 songs. We absolutely love you guys. You're amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. Good luck. Good luck. Break a leg. I'm sure we're going to get an update from the Superstars Global Tour because it's happening, baby. To all of you, happy Father's Day. Take care of the gents out there because I don't think we're taking care of ourselves. We'll see you Monday. Mwah. Adios.
Another feel-good production.